Warning, this podcast contains extreme spoilers for Star Wars The Force Awakens. Listen at your own discretion.
Welcome to Earth.
God, base guy, you can fuck my bitch race guy. You swag to the maximum. Swag on 100,000, 100 trillion. Oh, goddamn base guy. I pump out my car, then I drop my roof. Look like white tattoos. That's just how I do. Then I park my car, then I fuck your bitch. Eat that white tattoo.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
As to how to defeat me.
Don't worry about that!
What in the fuck?
What? Oh. Copyrighted. Copyrighted.
Oh
shit, you're right. Stop it! Spoilers!
John Williams.
Spoilers for the original song.
Spoilers.
You guys were singing it too at the beginning though.
Yeah, but that's
So
so out of
actual
tune.
song.
It was so out of tune that they're not gonna recognize it.
And it was so awful.
Where are you sitting? Are you just gonna stand?
No, I did
Oh.
this before.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Star Wars podcast.
The spoilers cast.
Spoilers.
The spoil cast.
We're gonna spoil the whole movie and
the whole movie of Star Wars.
It's
A New Hope.
Awakens. Don't hit A New Hope. Yeah, we're here to review A New
Sorry.
Hope.
And spoiler, there's lightsabers.
Obi-Wan dies.
Fuck. No.
and
There's Force.
they use the Force. And there's music in it.
Whoa.
John Williams writes the music in it.
Whoa.
Crazy.
So if you don't like John Williams, this is not a movie for you.
And also, you should probably think about just, I don't know, fucking throwing yourself off a building if you don't like John Williams.
Oh my god. Or do what he said.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Star Wars cast. You know, it's just,
The Star
if you want to kill, if you,
May the broast be with you.
Today.
May the broast be with
May the
you.
bros be with you.
May the broast be with you.
you.
May the broast be with you. May the broast be with you.
I'm
We're in
glad.
church.
we're in church.
Oh my god.
Alright, we all just
And also with you.
handshakes.
and we are Griffin.
Girler.
Wandon.
Yao Ming.
Bernie.
Yeah.
And Bernie.
This is the spoiler.
I'm pointing at Griffin.
I mean.
Go around again.
That's what he did last week. He's
Let's
like,
go
"Hey,
around the
Griffin."
circle for
Point
the
it around.
entire podcast.
Hand gestures that you can't see.
We gotta do that for like one podcast.
Alright, so Star Wars Force Awakens, before we get into like legitimate plot stuff. What'd you think?
Impressions,
What'd you
yes.
think?
Well, let's go
amazing.
around.
Amazing.
I liked it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Solid foundation for the rest of the trilogy.
Very
Yeah.
good.
I agree with everything these people said, as well as that it lived up to its hype very successfully. I did not think that it underdid the hype at all.
For me, it just did what I think it was supposed to do and bring back all the fans who were both of the older generation and kids nowadays, and people who were, excited for the prequels, but ultimately, probably for the most part, left down.
Yeah,
The
because
first
I knew a lot of kids who are like in elementary school now, or even junior high, who have almost no idea who Luke Skywalker is,
Or who think that
Princess
Star
Leia.
Wars is really cheesy because of the prequels.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember in elementary school, Jamel didn't have a middle name, and I'm like, so I didn't know that. I'm like, what's your middle name? He's like, it's Luke Skywalker.
Good.
Jamel Luke Skywalker.
So Jamel, Luke Skywalker, Mamba, whatever his
Mamba
last
Black.
name.
Mamba Black.
And really, I think above all,
MJ.
what I enjoyed about The Force Awakens is that it just really felt like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Unlike, they didn't just throw pages upon pages of narrative at you, or narrative
Trade
exposition.
Federation.
Yeah, they just, went...
It folded out.
Yeah.
Folded out and
maybe
nice.
at times they needed to expand a little bit on stuff, because, like
their weapons.
That's for the later
the
movies.
weapons.
The later movies.
Yeah, that's for the later
I have a
movies.
question before we move on. Matthew, did you see the first 5 minutes?
God damn it. Fuck Griffin.
As
We were about to start this fucking
this last
trilogy.
weekend.
For a second, I was like, how the fuck does he know about that? I was like, who told him? And I was like, he was there for day one. It's
I
'cause you
walked
weren't
in
there day
with
two.
you.
It's because you weren't there for day two.
we also described
Griffin was
it on
like,
the podcast.
oh,
started that last
Matthew
week,
and
but-
Bernie will be here in 5 minutes. So let's just start the trilogy time now. Let's just start episode 1 without them. We
missing
walk
nothing.
in the door 5 minutes into Phantom Menace. We're like, what the Phantom Menace are you doing?
That
Really?
was you. I didn't.
Yeah, Zach came and he's like, okay, cool. You started the movie.
It was like, had I never seen it before, I would have no
But
idea.
you have seen it.
I
You've seen it
would
like
have
80 times!
No idea that there was about to be like a Trade
Okay,
Federation
well,
invasion of Naboo.
first of all, let me tell you why you're wrong, because you've seen it 80 times.
And
So
also 'cause
why
I
would
was
that
almost
even
able to
happen?
say every single line of that movie?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the movies actually. actually.
He did. Like, even the movies he said he hadn't seen in like 2 years, he still got most of the lines that he was saying pretty.
Episode
pretty
3,
spot on.
I knew the most.
Yeah,
I
Revenge
knew.
of the
Episode 3 and episode 4 were the two I knew down the most.
To be honest, that was like the episode of the prequels that was probably the most well done.
When I was younger, I
I'm
probably
sure
watched
you
Revenge
will.
of the Sith like every day.
Not like that's saying a lot, but
Every
like,
day.
Spoilers for
a
episode
lot.
Episode 3.
Spoilers from Revenge of the
Episode
Sith.
3, Darth
Anakin
Vader says no.
Skywalker is actually Darth Vader.
No fucking way. Well, anyway.
Darth Vader is actually Dark Laser from
Yep.
Fairly Odd Parents.
No, he's Dark Helmet.
What was the
Flipsy
from
at
Space
Dark
Flipsy, yeah.
From Spaceballs.
Yeah.
All right. So the first 10 minutes of Force Awakens, there is that entire desert scene on Jakku with the village, and we have no idea what any of the characters' names are yet. And there's that old dude. We know Poe. We know BB-8. Who was the old dude?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Obi-Wan.
my mom asked that too.
I thought that
Obi-Wan's been dead.
because later on
Toby
Rey
was
doesn't know what
Toby.
happened to her parents, but we have theories as to who her parents are. I'll talk to you guys about that.
I have the
but
theory that's going to
me
be
and you
right.
are probably the same.
It's going to be right.
Some people were saying that was
Skywalker.
like her dad or something, but I don't believe that.
Well, if you remember in the like opening credit scene, it said he went to like a friend of the Alliance that's been there for like a while.
Some people have said that
That's
it's
all.
the Ezra dude from Star Wars Rebels.
Maybe.
The animated
Except he's a
series.
Jedi though.
That's true.
At
Or
first,
Keenan, or whoever the little kid is.
at first it
Yeah,
might
his
have
name's
been
Ezra.
Senator.
I actually just watched all of season 1 of that.
I
in one
thought
day.
I thought at the beginning I thought it was like Senator Organa, but I doubt it is.
Nah. If
No, I
anything,
don't think
he was with the New Republic. Rest in peace. Who apparently got
No,
destroyed.
I will keep going.
Oh yes,
Stay alive.
and it's confirmed that was Coruscant. That
It
blew
was.
up.
It
I-
was?
Dang it!
Oh.
That was Coruscant. I was super sad, but that absolutely was
No,
Coruscant. that
I
got
was gonna.
blown
I
up.
was about to say that. I was like,
Coruscant
dude,
was
that
like my
definitely
favorite
looked
planet.
like Coruscant.
I like Crescent.
We were talking Crescent.
I
We were
love
talking about the
croissant.
scene when the New Order launches their super weapon at the quote unquote New Republic, which Leia completely abandoned, as well as a lot of other people.
Is that what happened? Because like that was one thing that I criticized the movie for, is not laying out like, okay, what the fuck is the Resistance and what the fuck is the Republic and how do they align with each other?
What is the difference between the word rebellion and resistance?
It's nothing.
Somebody look up one definition. Somebody look up the other. You look up resistance.
They're-
You look up
Exact
rebellion.
Same thing.
I have the
Why the fuck did they rename themselves?
I don't know.
I'm not mad.
It's a different
I'm not mad.
time
I'm just a little bit confused.
It's
as to
30
why they-
years later.
It's
Shit
maybe
happens
be-
in 30 years.
I guess maybe it was just to convey that they're no longer rebelling against a
Well-
higher force. It's more of just resisting against another force. I can see that. That makes sense, actually.
like, here's the thing: is that the Republic already had its fleet, right? It already had its own separate.
which wasn't
military.
helping to fight the New Order,
Yeah.
which was threatening it, which
Well,
really confused the shit
Well,
out of
from
me.
what I read in the extended universe, is that apparently when the Republic was founded, they decided to keep a very small military because they didn't think that the remnants were going to do anything. But then Leia was just like, no, these remnants are still going to be like very powerful and shit. So she went off to form the Resistance herself.
Okay.
And then
Good.
it wasn't until the First Order became truly powerful that like both the Republic allied themselves with the Resistance.
Okay. I'm
That's
not
how
gonna-
it's explained in the extended
I'm not going to
universe.
complain that wasn't in the movie.
I just wish they had laid that out
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
just
because
sitting there
that-
like, why the fuck? Who
Why
are
isn't
these
she on
people?
Coruscant leading her New Republic?
Mm-hmm.
But that makes sense. But fire whoever the guy was that decided, you know what, let's not have a strong military. Let's just
Like-
dismantle all of our Mon Calamari cruisers that we had since the Battle of Jakku.
Like, I guess I understand
Fuck that guy.
the hesitancy of the screenwriters to like go too far in depth on the narrative exposition after what happened in the prequels because they don't want to alienate anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it really bugged me the second time I watched it before I looked it up because I'm just like, what's the relationship here?
Yeah.
Who are the people?
I felt like it,
And why do they only have X-Wings? Where are the Y-Wings and A-Wings? Where's the support? They have, like, no fleet. They had, like, 3 ships they sent at that new planet.
Yeah.
Were they not backed at all by the Republic? At all?
Well,
What happened to Home 1? Why? Where's
I don't know.
Akbar's ship?
And also, I want to know what the balance.
Okay.
I want to know what the balance of power between the First Order and the
Resistance
Republic is.
are?
Yeah, and the Resistance. Because, like,
yeah.
in the original series, we already knew, and they didn't even have to spell it out in, like, exposition or anything, what it was, because you could tell from the first scene. The Rebellion's this small, kind of, like, really weak kind of
Yeah.
rebellion. Meanwhile, the
Nitty
Empire's
gritty.
just a giant Star Destroyer. So it's like we already know they're the scrappy underdogs.
They're a Star Destroyer.
They're
just one.
They're just one big Star Destroyer.
Not the Death
all
Star,
in it.
just a destroyer.
But like in this one, what are the scales of power here? Is
Mm-hmm.
the First Order? The First Order is clearly weaker than the Empire because otherwise they would control the whole galaxy.
And
at
we
this
only
point.
saw like one Star Destroyer.
But
ship.
how strong are they?
Whatever
More
you wanna call
even? Are they more even in power?
I
Is the
remember
First Order
watching an
slightly
interview,
stronger?
and he was saying that they were more equal.
That they're
Like
more
it
equal
was
okay.
because they didn't want the rebels to still seem like they're the underdog, and they didn't want
They're
it to
starting
seem
to gain
like there
control
was
of
a
the
new
galaxy,
order that
right.
was stronger still.
Okay.
So they wanted to play out how it would be if they were on more of even
Yeah.
terms.
I guess I just wanted them to lay that out more in the film more.
Yeah.
Where the
And
fuck did they come from?
one thing I really kind of want to apologize for about what I was saying earlier about where the fuck is Home One and where all the Mon Calamari ships like that. I am completely forgetting the actual Battle of Jakku, which is the planet that like
Yes,
half the
yeah.
movie takes part on. Battle of Jakku, the rebels and the Empire lost 3/4 of their entire military during that battle. Almost every single Star Destroyer and Mount Calamari cruiser, including Home One, Akbar's ship, was destroyed in that battle.
That's in the extended
So-
universe as well, but it's one of the parts of the extended universe that is canon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that explains
That
the
explains the Star
and
Destroyer
Yeah,
on
Jakku
Jakku,
was a
yeah.
planet which was the last really big battle of the
It
Galactic
was about
War.
a year after the Battle of Endor,
Yeah.
or so.
And it was all
Ewoks.
basically because the rebels knew that the
Ewoks.
Imperial fleet was all like at one spot, kind of vulnerable, so they attacked and became a giant planetary.
And the Imperials
Slaughter.
lost, and that was effectively the end of the Empire.
Yeah,
the
that was
Empire
the-
didn't necessarily
it was-
end after Endor, but it ended basically after Jakku.
After Jakku, there were only like 2 battles that took place after that, and it was more or less just securing the downfall of the Empire.
And then the First Order arose.
Yeah, so
Somehow.
that would explain why there's no Home One or any Mon Calamari cruisers, why the rebellion or the Resistance's firepower is almost gone, as well as the New Order only having one actual Star Cruiser, which we were able to see.
Oh, yeah.
Which looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it does. It
It
looks
had
cool.
like part of a regular Star Destroyer,
It was
but
like-
then the
it
other
was like
half
a
was like
mega-
sled off.
it was like a
It
mega
looked so
Star Destroyer.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
And the very first part, who else thought it was really fucking awesome how J. James put the twist on like coming down from the credits and having it be the underside of the ship,
I thought that
just
was pretty cool.
blacking out the planet. That shit looked so cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that looked pretty
I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, what is that? What is that? What is
It's a
that?
Star
What is that? I was
Destroyer.
like, oh my god, it's a Star Destroyer. And I was like, wait, it's not. Oh my god, it's amazing. And I just didn't question anything after that.
I liked that part of the movie as well.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I loved it. And
Some
it was like
people-
silent.
Yeah.
They were
I
just
know
like,
one criticism of it though is that it's derivative of A New Hope. Which
Yeah.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing in and of itself, though.
no. That's how 5 kind of started. I mean, it didn't start
But
from like
it
the
was
underside,
extremely similar.
but like 5 and 6 both started with something coming out of a Star Destroyer.
Or just the whole movie.
No,
is
the whole
derivative.
movie.
No, the whole movie. of
Oh yeah, I heard
Force
some people say
Awakens.
that it was a little bit more.
There
like
are
A New
some
Hope.
parts
There's
of
a
it.
cantina scene.
Yeah, there's
there's
some
like
parts of it that
another
were
a
kind of
desert,
bizarre.
a desert, and someone living on that desert with a
Desert.
droid.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some parts of it to me that were just for the nostalgia factor, and that really got me.
High
But there
five.
were
That's
also
what got people feeling Star Wars.
there were other parts of it though that were kind of annoying, like how they just decided to make a Death Star Mach 3, just bigger though, so it's completely
It's an entire
different, right?
planet.
It's different, guys.
It's different,
That shit
guys.
was
It's
scary though.
Here,
Yeah,
it's
man.
bigger.
It
Like
took
Han-
out like 8 planets.
It
in one
fed
blast.
its energy from a fucking
But it's-
sun.
I know, but it's the same like kind of like concept of
Because it's a
destroying whole
giant
planets.
sphere that has a gun on it that blows
Yeah.
stuff up.
Yeah.
Except the target was a lot.
I
easier.
agree with Han
Yeah.
Solo in that meeting scene,
Yeah.
which I'm just like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I've already seen this type of meeting like 3 times before. Let's
Yeah.
let's cut this out, guys, because it got kind of like boring.
It was
It's
really
just
funny though. That I like those scenes a lot where they were talking about the Death Star. Like, this is the Death Star the Empire used, and now this is what we're dealing with now. And it was like 1,000 times bigger. I was like, you're fucked.
And Han, I agree with Han though.
He's just like,
So it's bigger.
yeah.
So it's bigger.
It's bigger.
That was really
The
fun.
second Death Star was bigger than the first one too.
I
It was
thought,
like
Yeah,
3
yeah.
times
It was like
down.
3 times bigger, and it also had like
Yeah,
a
that's
giant
true.
open. Again, it wasn't done yet.
It
it
wasn't.
wasn't
finished.
Dunyan rings yet.
Not onion rings, like Emperor Onion.
But
But that's inside joke. We won't get into that.
Yeah, it looks like an onion. No, but I mean, there are plenty of good things to come out of that movie. I think.
I didn't think
ton
Finn
of
was
good-
gonna be as much of a comic relief as he was.
Who?
Finn, the stormtrooper dude.
Yeah.
He was really goofy.
I think
He was hilarious.
He was super goofy. Like the whole like getting
Yeah.
pulled out, like him blowing stuff. He's like, "Whoa! Oh my god! Oh!" And I was just like, "Wow, dude, calm down. You're a stormtrooper, bro."
To be fair, that was only like his second time ever in a combat situation.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, I guess you did say that. The chick who, we'll get to the chick character later.
No.
I
But
Ray.
what?
Oh, I was gonna say I really
Not
like.
Ray, the other chick.
I was really gonna say I really like the part where they're on the I forgot what the planet name was.
Jakku?
No,
the
not
snow
the
planet?
Yeah, the
Just
Star Killer Base.
Star.
Yeah,
Where
Star Killer Base.
where it's like, all right, I'm gonna go in there. You're gonna do blast and give cover fire, and then Han's just like, he's like doing like
He was doing the plus 2. He was doing the plus 2. That's what I was saying. It was like the plus 2.
He was like, and he was just like, what are you doing? He's like, what is this? What is? He was just like, what is this? And he's just like, look. And it's like, oh hey, it's Ray.
No.
Ray's climbing up.
He's just like, he got like so
He
mad.
had the plus 2.
My mom's
He was
favorite,
like, listen, plus 2.
my mom's favorite line from him is when they were first on the planet with the canteen, and he's like, and Han Solo's like, just remember, women will always figure it out.
Yeah,
Figure out
they
anything.
always find out the truth.
Yeah, and he's just like,
Because he knew that he wasn't a member of the
Yeah,
Resistance.
that was pretty.
that was funny
He's like,
too.
I'm a really big deal in the resistance, so that's a big target on my head.
Big deal.
Yeah, I like how he calls him Big Deal later on. It's like,
Yeah,
all
Han
right,
just keeps calling him Big Deal.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's a
oh,
classic Han moment.
Then BB-8 when Finn's trying to fight, he's like, come on, tell him the planet, and he tells Ray the planet, and he gives him the thumbs up, and
the
BB-8
lighter?
takes
Yeah.
out his little,
Yeah, he
lighter.
took a little lighter and lights it up. Oh my god, that was so cute.
BB-8 was a really good character.
I loved
I'm
BB-8.
I love the fact that he's real and not a CGI thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad that most of the movies.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams' decision. He wanted to do more practical effects than CGI.
Because
and you can totally tell that.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I
you
love how
can
he
tell
did that.
because whenever there's a CGI character, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Whereas in the prequels, it was the opposite. It
Yeah.
was so CGI that the people who were actually real stuck out like a sore
Yeah.
thumb.
Yeah.
That's not how it's supposed to be.
Well,
You're
we all
supposed
saw
to be in
that.
real settings.
What was it? That video of everyone at the battle.
In Attack of the Clones,
In
where
Attack of the Clones,
it's at the arena
Coliseum
battle.
thing.
Yeah.
Like,
It showed the
three
behind the
dudes.
scenes without the background. It was just the green screen, and it
Or
was all
any
the
enemies.
kites. It was just guys waving around lights, and it looked so fucking stupid.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
like, there it is. That's the difference between Force Awakens and all of the prequels.
Yeah.
Is that there's more practical effects. It's in a real setting.
He
And
said that
apparently-
actually only about 4 aliens in the cantina scene were actual CGI. All other
It was
ones
like the
were
orange lady.
people.
She
Yeah.
was definitely CGI.
Yeah. Orange Lady was CGI.
I don't know her name. Orange lady.
She, it started with an M.
Orange
It starts with
lady.
eyes.
There's
or
some
not
M
you
thing.
guys, but like-
Mom.
She was the eye chick.
It started something.
Eye chick.
Something.
She's
yeah.
eye chick.
Maz Kanata.
Maz.
Maz.
Maz,
That
yeah.
was
Maz.
Lupita Nyong'o
Maz.
just-
I liked when Han first walked in, and then she was just like, Han Solo, and everyone was like,
She's just like,
everyone's like,
Eh,
what? It's like,
eh,
hey,
Maz.
so
One thing that as soon as Ray called it out, when they were escaping their little village, and I told both of you probably like 1,000 times, pointed Sean and Griffin, she called the fucking Millennium. I mean,
She called the
she
Millennium
kept it
Falcon
the
garbage.
She called it garbage.
I know.
And was like, garbage?
I was like, yeah.
Garbage? He was like, why not that one? She's like, no, not that one. That one's garbage. And then the shit that we're gonna take blows up. She's like, we'll take the garbage. And then it pans over. It's the Falcon. You're like, garbage?
I know, I
That
got so
reveal was
salty.
so good.
I love that.
yeah.
I didn't.
Pure
Yeah,
excitement.
Yeah, we
I
were
was
literally saying that what we expected was some really rinky-dink piece of crap.
yeah, I
And it
know.
was the fucking Millennium
Millennium
Falcon.
Falcon.
I-
Like,
I-
that
talking about
ship.
the best ship in the galaxy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they didn't know that it was
It
the
did
best
the
ship.
it did the something run in 12 parsecs.
No,
No, they said 13.
14
She said
14.
14. He's like,
And
12. No,
I
but
love that.
if you
Kessel
since I
one.
saw it again, I looked over when she
Kessler
said
one.
garbage. If you actually look over when she says garbage, you can see like it pan over the Falcon just like briefly before it shows it.
I didn't catch it. I
I
only
didn't
watched
see
it
that,
once
no.
so far.
Well, because I was just looking.
You know, someone pointed out a cool parallel with the movie, Back to A New Hope, and it's a good kind of
Luke
parallel,
called
not a
it-
derivative parallel.
what?
What Luke called
Go.
Well, Luke called it. Just go. Go. Talk about the Falcon still.
No, but in the final lightsaber battle with Rey, and when she pulled the lightsaber out of the snow, right? The piece
Yeah.
of music that they used for that was the Burning Homestead music when Luke goes back to his
Oh.
place
Because
and he
shit got
finds-
real.
Yeah, and it was like, well, in A New Hope when
It's
they
personal.
used it was the moment that Luke realized that his destiny was to go with Obi-Wan and do all that stuff. And in this one, it's
she realized.
it's Rey realizing her destiny is to fight.
Sith.
Is to fight Kylo Ren. Yeah,
To fight the sick.
All right,
is to fight the Sith.
let's
The first one.
I wanted to ask. This scene is always. This one's
Are we talking
It's
about Han
hard.
Solo?
yes. I wanted
Well,
before we go. What?
I don't want to get to Han Solo yet.
No, not
No
yet.
way.
Because Han Solo was like 30 minutes worth of
We'll
talk
keep
right there.
We'll keep talking.
So, Millennium Falcon.
Millennium.
Back to Falcon. was really cool because Luke Skywalker called it "what a piece of junk" in the first movie, and then Leia called it "a bucket of bolts" in the next movie. So Rey was just adding on to the insult.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that was really cool. That Millennium Falcon was really hard to destroy. Because that thing was bouncing against mountains, throwing against buildings. I was like, how is this thing not falling?
I
I
was
was
thinking force field on either.
no, it was just straight bouncing off of mountains and crashing through sand dunes and running into buildings. Like, it ran through like 500 trees. It's like, how is this thing still in one piece?
Because it's the best starship in the galaxy.
So much for only a scratch.
It brought me back to the 6th movie when he was telling Lando not to get a scratch on it.
And yeah, I think I
Friggin'
said that
radar
to you
gets
too.
hit.
Like as soon as she hit the building, I was like, so much for not getting a scratch on it.
Yeah, you did. I was like, dang.
Okay, and when the Han Solo and Chewbacca first got onto the Falcon, that was a shocker to me. I did not think it was going to be that moment when it was going to be Han and Chewie getting the Falcon back.
Yeah,
when
they
they
were
walked on, I was
still
like,
going to have to go
yeah.
through an Imperial story.
I honestly,
That's what I was
I
thinking.
had a feeling when I first saw it, I was like, it's gonna be Han and Chewie.
I thought they were getting taken in by a Star
Yeah, no, that's
Destroyer
what I
or
did
something.
too. I was like,
shit.
oh.
I thought it was just
again.
going to be some random alien dudes, which it ended up to be. But
partially.
when that door opened, I heard footsteps. I was like, who's that? I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. And it's like Han Solo. I was like, and then Chewie gets shot, dude.
I know.
When Chewie got shot, that's basically when I knew that Han was going to die. I was like, all right, they're vulnerable. Chewie just got shot. Han's going to die.
Dude,
That was the
honestly-
confirmation for me.
Honestly, though, with
When Chewie got shot, my heart literally dropped, dude. My heart dropped
sorry, man.
when Chewie got shot. I was like, you don't shoot Chewie.
No, Chewie's gonna die. No.
I didn't think Chewie was going to die,
I
but I
think-
was just like, no.
I think the first
It was so sad.
orders, their training methods have definitely improved since the Empire.
Yeah, as soon as they came out the freaking
stormtroop-
dropship, I was like, wow, their aim is really
Yeah, their
fucking good.
stormtroopers like have improved their aim. They're actually like hitting targets.
It's a step up from the army that got beaten up by a bunch of teddy bears.
For real, though. They got
yeah.
killed by fucking evil.
no, but
it-
also too, there's that guy when that Finn face when he had the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like traitor.
No, yeah, with his little like
Yeah.
electro blade thing, which
Yeah, his little friend
which
in the
proves
Empire.
to us though that they have thought of ways to if they ever
To
came
counter
across
lights.
Like
yeah,
the Jedi
counter-
to try.
They-
and
I think that
That's pretty cool.
I think they didn't they always have it because I know in the prequels they
No,
had.
No,
they
well,
never
they
know.
if they
It was-
did, they never showed
It was like a mix of like a Magna stick and a pulse gun, is what it looked like. It looked like a T-21, which had modifications to it, like a gaffy stick, which is what the Magna Guards had in the third movie.
Yeah.
With like the little, it had like the pink things on the edge. It was like a modification of that.
makes the
So that was really cool to see. The woo woo. I cannot mock a Magna Guard staff sound. I'm sorry.
just say Magna Guard stuff.
Sorry.
If anyone knows what the Magna Guard staff is, it's
pathetic
the weapon that
excuse of a
the
son.
guards of Grievous used. If you saw the third movie, Revenge of the Sith, those dudes that like never die, like they cut off their heads,
Definitely
they're
the
still
best
whirling
prequel
around the
of them
little
all.
sticks.
They go boom boom.
They go boom boom. No other weapon does that. Just
Speaking
them.
of sounds, the fucking lightsaber.
Oh my! I was just about to say that. Yeah, you.
Kylo's
told me.
lightsaber
Luke's lightsaber, Luke's old
That is
lightsaber.
so
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
is like
I don't.
bass.
They changed. They definitely changed how it sounded.
It
when
just
it
sounded
was
more
like
powerful.
upgraded.
Deeper,
Yeah,
yeah.
they emphasized it.
It made it like they made the lightsaber be like, yeah, I've seen some shit, boy.
I know.
That's how it sounded.
I absolutely loved Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Just,
Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Not just
I'll
because,
talk about that later.
not just because of like the hilt, like the kind of like
Yeah.
this, like this.
Do you know what it actually is, though?
He custom made it.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
I just
We'll
love
talk
the-
about it later.
I love the fact like how in in the games, the Star Wars Force Unleashed, when like they have like the different kind of like crystals that are like
Crystals.
wavy.
Yeah.
I love like the unstableness of
Yeah, and I'll
Kylo's-
explain that.
That's
It's
It's
awesome.
supposed to be a metaphor.
Because it looks like
What
a
were you saying
jet
just
shooting
before that?
out.
Yeah.
Or are we
About-
now on the topic of his lightsaber?
About
'Cause I'll go off on the
Luke's,
lightsaber
about
right
Luke's
now.
lightsaber is that they definitely changed it, but
Mhm.
they changed it in such a fucking awesome way.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved how he put
When
emphasis
Rey
on
first
how powerful
ignited
was.
it, because to me that
Ignited
moment
it.
in the movie
was when it's time for
was-
Kylo to get his ass handed to him.
was probably the best singular moment of the movie for me was when Rey got it because they were playing the Homestead theme, so
Yeah.
the music was perfect.
Until she lunged.
in
That's
the
when
mid,
things got bad.
like her expression, the snow, and then the lightsaber igniting. I'm just like, this is like fucking Star Wars.
Okay.
I want to say one thing.
Badass.
I just wanted to say, do you still think Kylo Ren is a bitch?
Yes.
He's a little bitch, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about Kylo
We'll talk
Ren's
about the whole
characterization.
Kylo Ren character right before we get down to the
Well,
Han
then we
Solo,
can't talk
'cause
about his
it'll tie into Han
lightsaber
Solo.
because that's.
Well, that'll be how we start the whole Kylo Ren thing.
His lightsaber.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
All right.
trying to lead up to that.
All right.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Let's
now,
talk about
now that
Kylo
we're done
Ren.
talking about that lightsaber, we're going to talk about Kylo Ren. All right. So for those who don't know,
He's got
Kylo
6
Ren's
star
lightsaber is actually Darth Vader's lightsaber.
Yeah.
Just modified.
That
Just
lightsaber,
modified, yeah, just
because
modified.
Darth Vader's lightsaber got all fucked up after the Emperor did his little shocky shock and wrecked up his shit. So Darth Vader's lightsaber no longer had a functioning crystal because it exploded inside of the shell, which is why it was also its stabilizer was broken as well as the crystal, which is why he needed to find a way to get because he no longer has a crystal. And he's not smart enough to go to Ilum and go fucking find a crystal. So he had to find a way to get the lightsaber to continue to function. So what he did is he made some sort of combination to get a form of crystal to work. But in order to do that, you also had to stabilize it, which is why he has those two exhaust ports come out the side. That way, when he turns it on, it doesn't fucking explode in his face.
It also adds like a second dimensional weapon, as we saw when he was fighting Finn.
Yeah,
and if you
digs
turn
in the
into
exhaust
that situation
into it.
where you can do that. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm going to get his lightsaber from the Force FX series, but, like, what it looks like is... Because it's only the bottom half of Darth Vader's lightsaber that he used. But he has that on the top half because he put the stabilizer up there, which is usually at the bottom. That's why the exhaust is up top, because he knew if it was on bottom, that's dangerous as shit.
And
so he
plus
had to
that
cut Darth
just
Vader's
looks
lightsaber in half in order to use it. I won't get into the science of all that shit, but there's like wires all over it, and it's fucking amazing.
The
I
Star
can't wait
Wars
to get
science
that.
of all of it.
Kylo Ren, the character. What'd you think?
He was pretty menacing until he took his mask off.
Okay, you.
Yeah, honestly, I thought he was cool when he had his mask on.
Until
but
you found out he was like an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, he's
He's the same age as Finn in the Airship.
Yeah, I know,
but
dude,
that's,
he's-
But that's why.
But no, he's
that's
like-
why we have
he's freaking-
ideas.
he's
We have
freaking
big
insensitive.
plans on that.
He's insensitive.
Oh my, Kylo Ren will like Kylo chill the fuck out. Honestly, That-
Yeah.
Kylo, when are you gonna calm down?
Because he's basically.
But he's what Anakin was supposed to be for the prequels.
Yeah.
Except that
He's
the
just a
actor-
moody kid with daddy issues.
But A, without that kind of shitty dialogue, and
Yeah.
B, he was like whiny, but he wasn't like Anakin whiny.
No.
Like not the type of whiny that you're just like,
I
oh my
killed
gosh,
him.
I mean,
like
he's still
shut
young.
the
so-
fuck
Yeah, he's
up.
an
It's part
18-year-old
of his
kid
character,
who
so-
hasn't had any sort of guidance
ugly.
other than some evil dark guy for like 2 years.
He's an ugly.
Yeah.
He
Away from his
betrayed and
parents.
killed 6 kids and
Like
tried to
Anakin.
kill his master.
Yeah.
He murdered an entire fucking crew
Younglings.
of trainee Jedi.
He killed the young
He
lad.
killed
That's what
younglings.
Anakin did.
Again, just like
What
Anakin.
Anakin did.
Exactly. He wanted to pull Darth Vader. That's why he has so much emphasis
Like-
on Darth Vader. And I can't wait till Anakin's
I like-
ghost comes back and says, "Bro, listen,
I
I'm
did.
not bad."
I did
Yeah, I was
like
hoping
how
for
that like the dynamic kind of changed there, where like he was treating the light side as like Jedi treat the
Yes.
dark side. Like don't be seduced.
I loved
by
how
the
they
light
switched
side.
that over.
Yeah.
It's no longer you
Show
on the
me
light
the
side
darkness.
trying to like resist the influence of the dark side. It's the dark side trying to refuse
resist the light
the
side.
light side,
Yeah.
which is amazing because he even says that he's like, "I've been trying, but it's very tempting." And it's just like his master's like, "All right, well, come
Okay.
to me and I'll talk some
It just-
fucking
okay,
sense into your shit."
It,
This-
it adds depth to the conflict.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really awesome.
Like normally it's just like one sided. Like all right, you're
We're
light.
good and you're evil.
Yeah,
That's
Whereas-
it. Now we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
This leads to. I found a very interesting theory about Kylo Ren, and I got it. I want to read it to you.
Kylo, when are you gonna calm down?
Kylo, chill the fuck out.
That scene
No.
with the stormtroopers was fucking.
So
Yeah.
this is gonna go. This is also gonna tie in with like Han's death and shit. But so this was some dad's
Alright, just go.
theory. All right, so
Go.
what if Kylo? This is
Hurry
what I
up.
said.
Just go.
What if Kylo Ren chose to the dark side so he could help the light side? And I was like, what? So he was here to hear me out. And, oh my god, I'm bad at reading. Oh, what if he went to the dark side so he could just so he could kill Snoke? And that's why he's so conflicted, and that's why he feels the temptation of the light side stronger than the dark. That's why he talks to Vader's helmet, because he's gonna finish what Anakin the Chosen One started. He had completely turned away from his family in order to do that, to become a Sith fully. It's just
Yeah, I understand the theory. I
I
understand the
understand
theory.
the theory.
It's a
But
fan
I
theory.
still think that he's straight up trying to get Darth Vader to give him influence to be bad, which is why he needed to kill his father, because he needed no longer any sort of influence for him to be good, because his father was one of the greatest influences for
Maybe-
him to
yeah.
turn over.
Maybe
And
he
when
just
that's what
did-
Han was trying to
Yeah.
do right before he bit the dust.
He feels like what Darth Vader was doing as a Sith Lord
Because
was
we don't-
valiant, and that the only thing that tarnishes Vader's legacy is that he ever turned back to the light side, and he doesn't want to make the same mistake in air quotes as his grandfather did,
Yeah.
True.
And
in a way.
And after the whole like 6th episode thing of Darth Vader going good at the last minute and Luke like saving the day, all that stuff was covered up. Like that's why that's why Han Solo has to tell them like that's not all just myth and legend, that happened. Because Empire isn't about to say, "Oh yeah, listen, this Jedi dude just took care of both the Emperor and our second best, who also turned on us." which would definitely spell the end for the Empire. And at that point, Empire still had like the say and
still
everything.
had a fleet
So why
of
would you
Star
basically
Destroyers.
say, listen, good guys kicked our ass and
Yeah.
we're fucked, but you still need to do what we say and you still need to be evil like us.
It's a propaganda piece.
Exactly.
basically.
So
pretty
he has no idea that Anakin ever went good in the first place in the end.
And indeed, some people, like Rey at the beginning, is that it's kind of like a King Arthur kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, they even, like, they probably even deny the existence of Luke Skywalker in general.
They did.
Until the end.
No, they
Until,
did,
until they found the map.
Yeah, because he was saying
Yeah.
they're like the Jedi, the dark side, it's all real and all that stuff. Yeah, totally.
So.
I hope they can't hear us upstairs because we're talking.
We're talking just
Oh, meanwhile,
Jacob.
well, no, he already
Hey,
got it.
Jacob.
Well, he already got it spoiled for him anyway. So
I just came down to grab speakers.
What
Well-
part did he get spoiled for him?
everything,
Oh, I'm so
Everything.
sorry, dude.
Well, not really everything.
just like major ones.
Just major death.
Just the, you know.
Yeah, the major death.
All right, well, since
Spoiler.
Jacob's here,
Chewbacca's
Jacob
a
is
whoop.
here.
all right, well, here we'll get his opinion on this real quick
Wait,
because he hasn't
no.
actually seen the movie on Han
Yeah.
Solo. Unless you have something to say just before it.
No, I wanted to.
Let's not talk about Han
Han Solo.
Do you want to talk about Han Solo?
I'm down to start Han
Unless he
Solo.
knows.
He does know.
He does
yeah,
know.
that's like the one that I know.
Yeah,
That's the only
No,
one.
so I want to
No,
get his
I wanted
opinion
to
on it because
ask-
he hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I wanted to ask though, before we start like going in depth with it, is what do you think of his death? Do you think?
Well, that's like the whole thing of what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Well,
Did
no,
you
like
like his death?
Let's
Well,
just
no.
start it off
Well,
with
Jacob
the
hasn't
biggest
seen it.
point.
Why are
Yeah.
we talking about it now?
Well, because he already knows about it. How did you feel when they told you that he dies?
I was like, okay. I didn't,
That's all you. Okay, that's all I
didn't
wanted
care
from
that
you.
much. Like I mean, I feel like Han Solo's a major character, but he's not like.
He's not like-
He's not super integral to.
He's
like,
not like
I had
Daryl in The
back
Walking
when
Dead
I
where
saw
he
it.
can't die.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you,
Thanks
Jacob.
for
All
your
right,
input.
yeah,
See.
thanks.
All right, so
Thanks for
so
having me on the side.
It got
Hey, no
spoiled.
problem.
It got spoiled for me on a fucking Watch Mojo video.
Really?
Yeah, I looked down. The top thing was Kylo Ren's Han Solo's son, and he kills Han Solo. I'm like, okay, really? Just flat
No,
out said
dude.
it.
Straight up, we went on Google earlier,
Yeah.
like
I had to
just
sit back and
after
I was
the
like-
movie, and I type in the letter K on Google search, and it automatically filled in first result. Kylo Ren kills Han Solo. The letter K, and the entire thing. It's like I literally told people, don't go on Google. Don't
even
use
go on
the internet.
internet.
If you would all care about spoilers, you cannot use internet because it will be spoiled
Oh my
for you.
God.
For my opinion of that though is that I feel like though his death is understandable, in a way because I did see an interview that the interview pretty much went out that Han Solo wanted Han Solo not
Han Solo wanted
Harrison
Han Solo
Ford.
to die.
Harrison Ford,
Solo to die.
yeah, Harrison Ford wanted Han Solo to die in the 5th movie
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he thought he was uninteresting and not just had no. thing
That's
with the
actually
plot.
what the Carbonite scene was originally written for. Was
Because
Han
Han Solo
Solo's
wanted to
death.
die. He was
Yeah.
like, I'll meet you
But
halfway.
apparently George Lucas said no, and so
And they just made
Yeah.
it the Carbonite scene.
He
so
met him
that
halfway
just-
and was
yeah.
like, we'll
Yeah.
kind of kill you.
We'll do that
But
later.
we'll bring you back.
yeah.
All right, well, going
We'll
off
do that
of
like 20 years later.
going off of Matthew's thing about talking like spoilers, like going on like the internet.
Well, we'll start talking about Han Solo more, and then we'll get.
Well, no,
to
no,
the
no,
little
no,
spoiler thing.
no, not.
30
It's just
years
quick.
Or is
It
this
was-
okay?
It's just quick. It was I was on Facebook and I just like went through the comments. This guy on one single comment spoiled the entire movie, the entire plot, and everything.
Kill that man.
I was just
Kill
like,
that man.
well, I already
Kill
saw
him.
it, but I was just like, holy shit, who has the time? I like
That one
go
is
through the
strong
scoop.
with the dark side of the Force.
I was really happy that when I went on Facebook the day before we were gonna go, but luckily everyone just said go see Star Wars.
Yeah, go see Star Wars. That's why all I said was, yeah, I
That's
saw
all I
Star Wars.
said, too,
But I
so-
had to change it because people started to think that I hated it. Like, they're like, oh, dude, did you see Star Wars? Like, yeah, I saw Star Wars. He's like, how was it? I saw it. They're like, oh, it was really that shitty? And I was like, no, it wasn't shitty at all. It was amazing. But I just don't want to say anything because
Oh my
even
God.
saying how
There
I
was-
felt at times
there was-
is basically a spoiler.
There was someone who was my friend, not anymore. I
Oh,
saw on his
man.
Snapchat.
Ooh,
he was-
drama.
I don't even talk to him that much, but he was on his Snapchat. It was just like Star Wars sucked. Wait till Redbox. It was just like, I can't see this. I can't be friends with this man. And then when I was I told this to the people who I was watching it with yesterday. And he was like, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. You should.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But I'll talk about my movie theater experience from
Yeah,
yesterday
no.
later.
Okay.
Yeah, I got mine
Matt,
too.
we
so.
somewhat remember both of us. Matthew in the beginning of the movie was like, "Yeah, Han Solo's gonna die. I call it." And me and
I
Griffin
called
were
it
like,
from the
You
get-go.
was
You
saying-
called it like trilogy time.
I
was
called it way
saying-
before trilogy time.
He
But-
didn't even know, but he
I
was
didn't
like,
know.
Yeah, Han Solo's probably
But
gonna
deep
die.
down, when you saw his face in the trailer, I was like, that is the face of a dead man. I
But
knew
no,
that
it's
guy
the
was
face
going to
of a
die.
man who's
I knew
going
he was
to
going to
die.
bite it,
first-
and he was going to bite it in a fucking
Gonna get
kick-ass
got.
way. And he basically bitched himself to that. He was like, I'm going to walk on this bridge no way to save me.
No railings at all.
My son, if he kills me, there's just some fucked up shit in this world. He walked up there, and I was like, well, as soon as you saw him, as soon as you saw Kylo start to walk across this bridge, and Han looked at him and was like, all right, he's going to go on that bridge, and he's dead. Started going on the bridge, like, oh, this is it. And then as soon as you saw Finn and Rey walk in, I was like, all right, they're getting all the main characters.
All the characters are in the room.
He's going to die.
Yeah.
Chewie was
Poe
there.
wasn't in the
Everybody was there to watch it. And I was like, this is where this man
Nah,
dies.
man, dude.
As soon as, like he was taking Kylo's right, he was like, it's all good. I was like, dude, you're basically like,
Dude.
just turn it on. Just turn it on. Come on, son. You can
kill
do it. You
me.
can do it.
You can do
and
it.
then he does it, and Han's like, oh! I was like, ah! Like, before the movie, I do this thing where just before a character I like dies, I'll always, like, whenever they die, I, like, sloop down in my seat.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
above.
yeah. I was doing that in
As
the theater.
soon as Han Solo walked on that bridge, I was already down.
Yeah, I know.
I was already
He was,
down.
it's true.
And I had a big leg cramp, but I couldn't do anything because I couldn't sit up because I was already sad. And as soon as he died, me and Sean were emotionally gone for the next 15 minutes of the movie. The whole climactic destruction of the planet, I didn't care about. I honestly don't even remember half of it because I was too busy just going, I can't believe I was right. I can't believe I was right.
dude,
I call shit way too much.
The entire time before that, me and Griffin were sitting there going, "No, you're wrong, dude. Shut up."
I felt like he was
Denial.
going to be right. Yeah, I was basically
No,
denying
yeah.
it, but I already kind of like I felt it. And it was
As soon as
gonna
that
come.
scene started, you're like,
Especially
oh.
for me, what did it when I was just like, yeah, Han is absolutely going to die. Is before they left when he was talking with Leia, and Leia just said, "If
Bring
you see
back
our
the
son,
son.
bring him
him
home."
back.
I'm just like,
Like,
well,
that's
you
gonna
just
happen.
signed his death warrant, Leia.
Thanks!
Come on, man. You just signed his death warrant. He's done.
What I liked about that scene
Dunyan
though, too,
rings.
that I pointed out too, is that it was cool. Like in the beginning, it was all, you know how it was like all nice and stuff because you're just talking to him. It was light. There was light. But right before he was about to die, the entire room went.
It went
red
all
and
dark.
black.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
that's
noticed
because the
that.
gun was charged because they were charging the.
Think of the
No,
symbolism
no,
here.
no,
Exactly.
I
That's
know
what
it
it
was
was,
that reason. I'm just saying, just
Exactly.
how it
It's that
happened.
symbolism in it, which was amazing.
Of his
Which
turn to
I
the
actually
dark
really
side.
liked about that movie.
And he did
About
it.
The part that
During that
emotion.
scene, you can tell Kylo like was divided. Like he couldn't.
Yeah.
tell
Oh, yeah,
which
he
side
was
to be
straight
on.
up
Then when
divided,
it went
struggling.
dark, he's like, "I'm going with the dark side." Kill his father.
Fuck this shit.
The part that
He ripped off
emotionally
the
got
Band-Aid.
me.
Exactly.
The part that got me emotionally
Band-Aid
was
gone.
immediately after Chewie's reaction.
Oh yeah, I knew it was gonna hit me. He killed everybody, dude.
but he went on a
Actually,
freaking rampage.
I was so upset. I wasn't even watching the movie for like a few seconds. I was looking down and I looked up at a giant explosion. I thought Chewie died too.
I thought he did
For like 3 minutes, I was like, because I never saw Chewie again until he was in the Falcon. Like 10 minutes later,
how'd you
after
get
the whole
there?
battle, I was like, holy fuck, Chewie's dead too. The duo's done. The duo, who's gonna fly the Falcon? I was like, what's gonna happen?
Hey.
How is Leia gonna feel they're both done? And I was like, oh wait, there's Chewie. Just,
There's
there
Chewie's
he is.
flying the Millennium
But
Falcon.
literally, like Sean asked me, it was within the last few minutes of the movie when they were traveling to Luke Skywalker's planet. And Sean was like, "Is that Manon?" I couldn't grasp the energy to speak back, so I just shook my head.
Yeah, you
I
just-
couldn't reply. I was like, "No," but I just shook my head. Just so
No.
you guys on the who are watching this or listening to
Split
this,
watching this.
watching this.
watching the picture that we have.
watching.
But yeah, I was just,
Static picture.
I was just so gone. And there was a point where I literally had to just tell myself, it was when they were first getting to Luke's planet. I was like, you gotta give this movie another chance, bro. You can't just start hating this movie. You have to love
Yeah.
this movie. So I was like, just let it go.
I loved
Just
it
let
for
it
the
go.
lightsaber scene. I was able to get myself together.
I
for
was
the
so
lightsaber
pissed that
duel
entire
scene.
lightsaber
No,
scene, dude.
I was just done. I was just staring.
I
at
was
it
like, kill
no.
him off so fucking hard. As much as I didn't want him to die, I was just so infuriated.
As much as he wasn't going
I'm
to die,
shaking
'cause
my
they need him
fist
for the
so
next two
much.
movies.
So much.
So much.
So much.
So much.
Go Super Saiyan.
Now
Oh
for
my
me,
God.
since it was already spoiled, I already knew what was going to happen.
That's
as soon as that
bogus
scene
shit.
started.
Yeah.
I went
was
on a
like,
complete hiatus
alright,
from
I'm
from
guessing-
social media.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
as soon as I saw Kylo in the walkway, I'm like, this is it. This is where he's gone. This is where he gets got.
That's where he gets
Got.
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 He's gonna get
Got.
He's done. He's done.
So I knew it was going to happen, so I just paid more attention to like the dialogue and all that.
You're like,
To get
don't focus
insight
on the
into
plot.
the character.
Yeah.
Well, specifically more for Kylo.
Yeah.
Because we don't know who the hell he is. We know Han Solo is just some... Well, I'm a rogue. and
Kylo more like
I have to point
I'm,
out though.
I'm a handsome man, but I'm old now.
Yeah, I have to point out though. Doesn't Kylo Ren freaking look like a doppelganger for Snape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks
I love it.
ugly.
He looks like a
ugly
baby
mouth
face
breathing
snake.
Alan
motherfucker.
Rickman.
He looks like a baby face snake.
Yeah, really.
But I mean, I'm perfectly okay with the way he looks. Some people
No, I
are
know,
like,
I'm fine with
whoa, that kid looks like way too like young and
Looks like a
unintimidating.
bitch.
It's like, it's because he's 18. He's a
That's why
kid.
he's got the
That's
mask.
why he's slashing the shit out of computer
a little
consoles.
baby.
He's having a tantrum because he's a kid with daddy issues.
He's a kid with daddy.
He doesn't know his
Updates.
father.
He
I
doesn't
hope his father's
He
black.
doesn't know his father.
And he didn't.
Oh, wait, oh, no,
he
my
wasn't fully
grandfather was-
trained either.
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, no.
Now it's time to complete his
He's
training.
still a relatively new, powerful Force user, but still relatively.
Yeah,
new
he
to
could
the
fucking
whole-
invade minds and shit.
Yeah.
Until Ray.
Okay,
came
Ray
along.
smacked
that's
him.
one thing that kind of rubbed me a little bit the wrong way is how fucking quick she was able to develop her fucking Force skills.
There's a theory. I have a theory on that.
Okay.
I already know.
What we?
It's
well,
dumb.
Oh yeah,
this is
because
her-
she was like
Well,
in
no.
his mind, so she
No.
was able to like learn shit. Because that's what my brother was.
No,
telling
I'm
me.
saying her
That was our
force
theory.
is that a theory that we have is that you know how they're younglings, so they always train Jedi when they're young. What we're thinking is that she was trained young, and somehow she got her memory wiped of all that, and now this trilogy is her remembering stuff and coming back to it.
I'm not fully sold on that.
I wouldn't.
No.
I'm not fully
Because
sold on
nobody
it, but-
knows anything about her. If she
That's
like
true.
was already, like if she was already, here's me and my brother's theory, and this might go along with your family tree theory about where Rey's parents are. Who do you think Rey's dad is?
Luke
That's
Skywalker.
High five! Thank
Yes,
you.
yes,
Thank
yeah.
you. People with
Skywalker,
minds.
Now that I
Luke
think about it, yeah.
Skywalker, who is also a Skywalker, which means they have incredible force power.
No, Luke Skywalker. Oh my
He is-
god!
I'm
Who's
saying that
also a
because the
Skywalker.
Skywalker family is very powerful in the Force.
Yeah.
So obviously she's gonna be powerful as
like,
fuck.
they explained
But she
in the-
still picked it up really fucking
Like
quick.
hell, here's an example of how powerful the Force is strong in the Skywalker family.
They
Is that
killed everyone.
Anakin was fucking supposedly conceived by midi-chlorians.
Yeah.
Like that's
He's Star
that
Wars.
He's
Jesus.
Jedi Jesus. He's Jedi Jesus.
That turned into a
Jesus.
bad
He's
guy.
Force Jesus.
So
Exactly.
she's a descendant of Jedi
That's why the
Jesus.
Christians don't like the Force.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so the
Christian.
Force is obviously
I'm a
still
Christian.
strong in the
Hayden Christian.
Skywalker family. So of course
Christian
Rey
Bale.
is very. And
Christian Bale is
here's the
Kylo
cool
Ren.
theory about Rey, not knowing her Force powers until like later on, is that she, Jakku is this very desert-like planet. Not a whole life. Not a whole lot of like really high concentration of life activity there for you to like, because that's one of the reasons why Yoda went to Dagobah. It's because it's so heavy with just like
Dagobah.
life and everything.
Dagobah.
Shut
and,
Dagobah.
and it's Jakku, not Jakku.
Yeah.
Jakku.
You've been on a serious pronunciation streak.
I don't care. But anyway,
Well, my question is, where did she know how to do the Force mind tricks? Like you will.
a lot of people know
Because
the Jedi
She's
mind trick, though.
naturally good
Because
at it.
now that we've all agreed that she's basically Luke Skywalker's daughter,
Doubter.
she and Kylo Ren are brother and sister.
or cousin.
Or cousins.
I was about to
They're
say,
related.
No.
She's still she is a Skywalker, and he is also a Skywalker.
Well, yeah.
They're
because
just distant
of Leia
Skywalkers,
and-
so they are still connected. So when he was doing his Force
yeah.
mind shit, it was a lot easier for her to get back in his mind. And I'm sure that while she was doing that, this is me and my brother's theory as to how she got so good with the Force shit, is she was taking information from him as well as to his knowledge of wielding the
Of
Force.
the Force, yeah.
So she,
That-
because she was able to mind force him back. She was
Yeah.
able to straight up get back in his mind. He was like, "Whoa, get out of my head." She was able to pick up shit from him.
Yeah, that and I mean like the Jedi mind trick isn't like a secret among Jedi though.
No.
Like a lot of people know what the Jedi mind trick is, and if they've heard legends about Luke Skywalker and the Rebellion, I'm sure they've heard other legends about like being
definitely.
distracted.
But
by
also,
the,
you'd think
by
there
the
would
Jedi
be
mind
some sort of
trick.
training to be able to know how to exactly do that.
But like here's like for
naturally
instance in
good.
the Phantom Menace,
got
Anakin's
good.
owner was just like, yeah, Jedi mind tricks. I know what they are. They don't work on me.
Yeah,
Only
everybody knows
money."
that shit.
You know what I also love? Speaking of the midichlorians, whatever, I love how in this movie they also explain what the Force is. They didn't do that bullshit.
They didn't do the
They didn't do
midichlorians.
midichlorians. They're just
no.
like, it's all around you. It's magic.
It binds you.
It's basically
magical
magic.
powers.
It's not some organism.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
Yeah.
that kind of killed it for a lot of people.
Yeah, is
no,
that
it's an
they always
organism.
thought of the Force as this kind of mystical, kind of metaphysical.
Yeah, including the cosmic
energy,
force, but
yeah.
that's like a whole other topic.
Yeah, they didn't envision it as being like biological in your bodies or anything like genetically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
To be
like,
able
the
to
power,
wield it.
The power to wield it comes as like genetically, but it's not like ingrained in like your cells or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how most people, including myself, imagine it. It's not this midi-chlorian bullshit. I'm glad they didn't mention. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm glad they
didn't
re-explained
I just
it
kinda-
for maybe kids who are
Yeah.
first time Star
The
Wars.
Force
series.
surrounds us, binds us.
Yeah,
It's
I kinda-
It's not just something
it's
you get for winning pod
organisms.
racing.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually thought it was just like some magical force, but then again, though, it was like my child mind, so I'm just like,
I thought the force was the
they're
force.
floating stuff, so it's like magic.
They're using
Force
things.
is the force.
They're doing things with their hands,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not touching.
Yeah.
All right, lightsaber battle.
Amazing.
I loved
Amazing.
it.
I loved it.
I liked it, but then like,
There was one thing that somebody kept doing that was really fucking annoying. But you can.
No, I was
They're
gonna say
cutting
though.
trees. They're wasting trees.
No, not that.
They're wasting trees.
Fuck the trees.
Think
dude.
of all the
Fuck
paper
that
they
planet.
could
That
make.
planet was screwed anyway.
All the paper they
Furniture.
could make
See,
and
what-
furniture.
What I really didn't like about the battle, like I thought it was really good, but like it seemed to me when I was watching it, I was watching it fairly closely the second time. Is it looked like the lightsabers were like much more into them, and like they're just barely cutting each other, not cutting through them. Like I'm like, shouldn't his arm be off? Like when he got slashed in the arm.
Also, you gotta think about the distance they are from each other. Like
Yeah.
the tips of the lightsabers are probably hitting each other. It's
Well, yeah,
not
that-
more like half the blade
Yeah, well,
going.
I know,
into them.
I know that. I was just I'm like,
But yeah, I did think that a couple times. It's like Finn just got straight up sliced up his back. He's probably dead. And then you're like, no, he's good. He got
No,
struck
I
like
knew he
6
wasn't
times,
dead.
but he's good.
I knew he wasn't.
I thought he was fucking dead. That dude
Yeah.
wasn't moving. Ray was pissed. I was like, that's the death that's gonna set her off.
Yeah.
And then she did. She got set off, and I was like, holy shit, Finn's fucking dead. And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, hey,
I-
Finn's not dead. Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I like
There was one part that just kept taking me away.
What?
It's every time that she went like that. Every time. Because she fucking lunged forward.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
She's
she's
by the
lunging
way.
forward. As soon as she grabbed that lightsaber, turned it on, you were like, holy shit, that's amazing. And then the first thing she did, who does that into a lightsaber
She's
battle?
not
But
trained.
yeah, exactly.
She's
She's
not
not
trained.
trained.
She's
She's
not
also
trained
a girl.
fully, so-
That's
neither
what
is
she
Tyler.
did with
What
her
does that
weighted
mean
staff.
that she's a
because-
girl?
Because
Whoa.
no.
Sexist.
No, you took that way wrong way, bro. All I'm saying is that everyone has a different way of fighting. Like, weren't we talking earlier that there's what it's called? Like, they have a certain, like, form
Well, it's
that
a
they
certain,
fight
yeah,
in?
it's a certain
Yeah.
martial art form.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that for different people, there's different ways to do that. Or what a different form of fighting.
Right.
So I'm not saying it's just because she's a girl.
Well, I mean, dark.
Well, here's the thing: is that if you look at how she was using her weighted staff before against the people who were trying to steal BB-8,
She's a
she was
lunger.
lunging. Yeah, that's what she would do with the
Oh.
lightsaber
She's a lunger.
too. That's why she was very more or less proficient with
Yeah,
it. Is
and also
because
she's from Jakku, doesn't have to fight very many things.
yeah,
That makes
exactly.
sense. She did fucking good as shit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, part of it is because Kylo was hurt.
Yeah.
And he probably wasn't in the best mental state either.
No, he just
And
killed his
he's
fucking
also
dad.
not fully trained either.
Yeah, neither of them.
Neither of them were.
So that leaves a lot of room for growth in the next two.
Somebody came out of the movie
They're both
saying,
fully
like,
trained.
oh, it's sad that Kylo died along with the planet. I was like,
No.
no.
What? Are you
He
serious?
didn't.
Some people thought he died, dude. Some people
No,
thought he
dude,
died.
that's what I
And was
kinda didn't like.
He got out. And you want to know who I hope that he got out with? That fucking stormtrooper chick that they wasted.
Phasma.
That was
They
another
wasted
part.
Phasma so hard.
Yeah.
Phasma has been confirmed in the 8th movie.
Good.
No,
Because
good,
I swear to
but-
God. Like
She
they
did
were just
nothing.
like she told a dude to go turn in a gun. She told people to shoot. She told him to put his helmet back on. And then she disabled his shield. And then she got thrown into a garbage compactor. It was like
So she got.
it was really funny at the moment. We were all laughing really hard. He was
Yeah.
like, "Does it have a trash compactor?" And she was like, "Yes." And everyone was like, and I was like, "Ha ha ha! ha. Please don't do that because then her character's gone and
Then
it's
she
a
did
waste."
nothing but
a-
sell toys.
So instead,
Honestly-
instead of killing the captain of the freaking, bad guys,
nothing
let's just
either.
throw her in a trash compactor,
And
which she can easily
the way
get out of.
She did nothing either.
Someone who's been so indoctrinated with like ideology to fight and die for the
She
empire
did fucking
from birth.
She was just okay
She got-
with like, yeah,
she
sure,
just
I'll turn
gave
down your
up.
shield.
She
She
just
did.
gave up.
She did.
Yeah.
She was in charge, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll stay with your shield. Just don't,
Yeah.
just
You
don't
just-
hurt my armor or anything. Just watch. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah,
okay?
I was expecting.
We're good.
I was
now
ex-
go ahead and throw me in the trash.
I was expecting a lot more because it wasn't the normal white armor. It's silver
Yeah, it
and
was
shiny.
awesome, and she's a chick. It's a chick from Game of Thrones. If nobody knew that.
Fuck, General Hux did more than she
Yeah.
did. She did
For
nothing.
real though.
So
But yeah.
I hope she does more in the 8th movie. I
Yeah.
hope to
'Cause
God
she looked
does
she
more
looked
in
pretty
the 8th
badass,
movie.
but she didn't.
I was told that her character, if survived, again, you said it was
Yeah.
confirmed. Before I knew that, I heard that if she was going to be in the movie, there was going to be a lot more on her, and there is actually a
Good.
movie coming out about Boba Fett, and there's rumors that she
I
is a
heard
part of
about
that.
That she's like the daughter of Boba. Oh.
There's words
Oh,
that because
Oh.
Boba Fett's getting a movie.
Yeah,
Now, it
Boba
hasn't
Fett-
been,
yeah, yeah.
It hasn't been
Rogue One is
confirmed.
coming out
It
next
hasn't been
year.
confirmed if it's before or after his Civil War dealings with the Empire. If it's him after he gets out of the Starlight Pit, because that nigga ain't dead. I'm sorry, but Boba Fett not dead.
All right.
Calling it right
Extended
now.
universe
Boba Fett not
gets
dead.
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
not
wouldn't doubt it.
yeah, not
He
dead.
never died.
Yeah, so It's either him like getting back on his feet, because right at that point he's in the middle of the desert with nothing. His jetpack's broken. He has no food. Jabba's thing got blown up. He's got nobody. His ship is like literally about 1,000 miles away by Jabba's palace, if it's even still there, or in one piece. The Jawas didn't take it apart because Jabba ain't coming back, boy.
Yeah.
So
Jabba's dead.
It's basically Jawa Palace now. Jawa's Palace. It's not Jabba's Palace. It's Jawa's Palace.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
God knows. So I would love to see a struggle of him afterwards, but a lot of people are saying it's from beforehand, and if it's beforehand, then it's very unlikely that she will be in it.
Yeah.
There's also.
But I totally got a Boba Fett
There's
vibe
also
from
Rogue
her.
One coming out.
Yeah,
Yes,
Rogue
Rogue One
next year,
which is about
stealing the Death Star
plans. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
giving
heard
them
about
to Leia.
that.
Yeah.
and then
cool.
there's a Han Solo one.
You know what movie I would like to see come out is like an Obi-Wan movie about his like like a
Exactly.
Western style Obi-Wan movie of his life on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That there's gonna be Rebel stuff with that. Star
Yeah.
Wars Rebels is gonna have. Sorry guys, for all those in Rebels who didn't want to know that, there will most likely be some Obi-Wan stuff that goes down in Star Wars Rebels.
I
on
want it to
Tatooine.
be like a Western style like fucking thing because that would be
Revolvers.
badass. That would be
Obi-Wan.
telling you it would
Jedi
be
don't carry
money.
blasters.
Shootouts.
It would be money.
Jedi
I would
don't
pay
carry
big
blasters.
money to
Money.
see that.
Star Wars revolvers.
I would see that like 4 times.
And that also, when we were talking about this, just occurred to me. I'm sorry, I forgot to bring this up early. When we were talking about Luke Skywalker being Rey's father, me, the chick, whatever her name was, I'm sorry, the eye chick from the
Maz
cantina.
Kanata.
Maz.
Yeah, Maz. When she was looking at her eyes, she literally said, "I've seen those eyes before." And she's seen Luke Skywalker before. She said
has
she
his
saw him.
lightsaber.
She has his fucking lightsaber. Well, she didn't get it from him because that
She
thing.
got it from Bespin.
Yeah, she got it from Bespin.
Wait,
Or
what?
whoever found it in Bespin
No.
gave it to her.
Oh, wait.
It wound up with her because remember he got his hand cut off and that lightsaber went flying down that giant chasm. He
How do
still
you-
had that.
wait,
shit.
how do you know that,
That's
though?
right. He did have a different
What?
one. in the
How do you
third
know that?
movie.
How she got the lightsaber?
I don't know how she got the
She
lightsaber.
didn't. She just said that she.
Well,
had it
she
for
got
a
it from
while.
somebody who got it from Bespin. Either
Oh,
way, it
okay.
came from Bespin when Luke
Right,
lost
'cause
it.
in the third movie, he had a different one
Yeah.
because it was green.
Yeah, he had the
Yeah.
green
Yeah.
lightsaber.
That's
Because
right.
he lost the blue one in
He
Bespin,
constructed his own using
which was then
Obi-Wan's blueprint.
Imperial Planet.
That
Imperial
makes sense.
Control. So yeah, so that's another thing about that is that, and then also Luke, when he sees her, he looks surprised.
Yeah.
He looks surprised, like, oh
And
my
he gets
god.
all teared up too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, my daughter's alive. My daughter's alive.
Or this person.
Yeah. No,
That's
I'm
not-
pretty sure he would know his daughter.
Also, as soon as she
Well-
touched the lightsaber, she went into that weird hallucination.
Yeah.
Yes, right away.
So I wonder if
Whereas
he had
Finn
anything
didn't
with that.
though.
Yeah, he
Finn
did.
didn't do
Because
that.
he's not force sensitive.
He's not.
No,
really
I-
dude, he's not.
I
force
still,
No,
I still
she
think
shares
he's
the
force
connection.
He's
sensitive.
definitely force sensitive.
To an extent, he
Like
maybe
Leia.
not. Yeah, he's gonna be probably force
He's another
sensitive
Leia.
like Leia.
He's
Because
gonna get a sex
yeah.
change.
remember when the Star Killer base fired on that system? And I don't know. This is either J.J. Abrams being stupid with the screenplay or whatever. But when you heard the screams. Finn heard the screams. He turned around because he heard the screams.
'Cause
he
they were
didn't just
screaming
look
on
up in
the
the
planet.
sky randomly.
They were screaming on the planet.
Yeah, and he could hear them.
No,
on
he's
the
talking about
planet.
on the planet because that was when the Empire was
Attacking
already
the
about to
No,
show up.
that was like an echo too. People were screaming there
Yeah.
and there, and he.
But
could
that
hear
could
them.
either be him hearing that, or it could be because there was
Lazy
also a
screenplay.
flash in the sky.
Yeah.
There was also a giant flash. You could see the planets blowing up. Either that, or it was literally just the changing of.
I don't know.
scenes.
I still just want Finn to be force sensitive.
I'm
Griffin
with
just
Griffin
wants to
on
be
this one.
right.
All right, Griffin.
I'll-
I'd be
I'll
okay
look
with him being
back on
force
it when we
sensitive.
see it again on Monday.
Yeah.
and
I'd be okay with him being force sensitive.
I would love
and
it.
I was,
I'd be okay with
I
that.
was super surprised. Was anyone else surprised that Finn wasn't the one who really fought Kylo the most in
Well,
that
yeah.
lightsaber battle in the snow?
because that's
Because
what
the
all
trailer
trailers
totally
show.
made
yeah.
it seem like it was going to be him, all him. Definitely not this Rey chick who was probably going to be just a side character. She turned out to be so much more than I
main-
thought she was, and it was so awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
How'd you feel about Poe? Dude, it was amazing.
I love Poe. Oh
I
my
knew you
god.
would
Poe
say
is
that.
Bay.
Anything they underused.
I already called
Yeah.
dibs
More
on Poe.
Poe.
I'm Poe.
Wow.
No,
No.
you're
We
dead.
said that during the movie.
You're
I called
dead.
dibs on Poe.
already
You're dead. You can't change characters.
Did you guys think he was
Every
Yeah,
new
you're
movie,
dead.
you got a new character. Every new movie,
No.
you got characters, dude.
Yeah, but me and Griffin are
Do you think
still.
Yeah, you're two. Griffin and Sean are still C-3PO and R2-D2.
How did you feel about R2-D2 being all sad? Like, I'm not going to turn on because my master's not here.
That's gross.
That was really, BB-8 went up to him and was like, bro,
He like
bro.
bounced against him.
Yeah.
Like, a couple times and just like.
R2 is just off. I was like,
Here's the thing, though. In more evidence why Rey is Luke's daughter is that when they first showed R2 on that planet, it was when Rey was imprisoned on the Starkiller base. She wasn't on that planet, but when she was on the planet, that's when he turned on.
exactly.
That's when he turned
All on Team.
That's when he came
all
back.
on Team
Oh
Ray
my
Skywalker
God.
here.
'Cause he
Team
turned
Ray
on.
Skywalker right
Oh
here.
my god, you're blowing my mind with those.
Yeah,
Maybe
honestly.
Luke programmed R2 to when Rey came back to show the map so she could travel to meet him.
I can see that.
That's
That's
a
that may be
solid
dragging
theory.
it. That may be dragging it a little bit, but that's definitely
I can
theory.
see
David.
that,
Yeah.
honestly.
That's
yeah.
a solid theory.
Yeah.
That's a good theory. But no, dude,
God,
freaking
R2.
Poe's black and orange X-wing.
That was pretty sick. I love.
That was
As much as I was sad that they only had X-wings, those X-wings kicked fucking.
Those X-Wings were
Dude, he
pretty
freaking
I loved Poe's scene when they were on the planet.
With the cantina, and he was just
Yeah.
racing through, blowing
Okay,
up everything.
the second when I watched it yesterday, I counted what he did. He destroyed 6 TIE fighters, did a successful ground
Strafe.
run, strafe,
Yeah.
and then he destroyed 3 more.
That's
TIE
pretty
fighters.
kick-ass.
badass.
Yeah,
He's the best.
He did it
He's
so one of the best
effortless
pilots in the,
pilot.
in the
Yeah,
Resistance.
like he did. It's like he wasn't even trying.
Dude,
Just
he
like,
freaking flew into the oscillator and just blew up
Dude.
the entire
Like it
thing.
was nothing.
Like,
I really
yeah,
want to
you know
hear how he got off Jakku too. I can't wait to hear that story. If they ever talk about that, how he got
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Did you guys think he was dead?
No,
I honestly,
no,
I didn't.
I
didn't,
honestly
actually.
thought he was dead.
I was
I
like,
too.
they're
Thought
not
Samuel
gonna
L's got
let
him?
Oscar Isaac die like that, man. Come on.
I mean, his jacket was
Hey
there.
man, the sand whales.
because in the commercial they even saw him like patting like.
Oh, I didn't. I like.
Yeah.
I,
think.
I think.
I didn't realize that until
I
that scene
didn't. I don't
actually
think I
happened.
watched a single trailer for Star Wars.
Really?
Oh wow.
Really?
I saw like the first 2. I think that was it.
I watched the trailer like every.
I
I
saw
saw
like
all of them, including the
Me and Griffin
international
watched
trailer.
the first. Yeah, we watched
the,
all
I
of
watched,
them.
I watched
I
that
think the
international
The night the trailer came out, me and Griffin watched it probably about 45
My
times.
opinion-
Oh,
in a
yeah.
row.
In my
Definitely.
opinion, the Japanese trailer is probably the best trailer.
Yeah, it is.
Of all of them.
I think
No, because
Yamada
I told you
Skywalker.
about that when
Yeah.
you're like, no, I haven't seen it
the,
yet.
the only part of a trailer I've seen was just Kylo Ren's lightsaber turning on. That was it.
Because the part of the Japanese trailer that was the best was like the very ending when it was just like dun, dun, and it like montages through like Finn igniting his lightsaber, and then the new footage where Kylo Ren was like with his lightsaber going putting it up to Rey's neck or whatever,
Yeah.
and the
Oh,
sound
yeah.
of it was just like
You have to do that with Matt. Me and Matt do that.
Yeah.
When did you start doing that? 'Cause you
when
did
I
that
heard
last
Matt
one,
did
didn't
it.
I don't know. We developed
Damn.
that like during school somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned it. Well, he showed me.
Alright, so theater experiences for you guys.
Okay.
I got 2 things.
Brandon, go ahead.
So like when the movie started, there was some guy in the middle of the theater because people were still talking. He was just like, "Shut up!" To every. First of all, it was like Kendall 10, which was
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
like leather seats, like they're not even
Gross
comfy.
seats. I
Sorry,
pricked
Kendall
my
fan.
my finger
Kendall,
on
take
like,
what's
Like
your
half, yeah, half
podcast.
of them are like broken.
Give us
Yeah,
one,
really.
And then like during the movie, there was this little kid behind me that kept talking, and he cheered when Han Solo died.
No!
He was like,
No.
No.
You have got to be fucking
And then when
kidding me.
Kylo,
That kid's Kylo
when
Ren,
Kylo
10
was
bucks.
getting beat, he was like, "No!"
No! That guy's a
cheering for
fucking
the
Sith!
dark side.
That guy's Kylo Ren, $10.
He's on the dark side.
He's the
man.
fucking Rancor!
God damn.
Because you can hear him just go,
He's bantha fodder, bro!
Dude,
"Oh my god!"
Yeah, man.
that's
Okay.
awful.
He
So-
would go yay in the back. Me and my dad were just laughing at that.
What's
So
that?
my theater experience, the one when I went to see Griffin, it was fine. Nothing
Yeah, that
wrong.
was fine.
Other than okay, so with Griffin, there was only one part that bothered me, and it was like really obvious. It was right at the scene of Han Solo walking onto the bridge, and this woman behind, she's like, "Han's gonna die," and I was just like I'm like,
Why would you spoil it for the whole
Why?
theater?
well, no, she wasn't being loud, but she was like, "Han's gonna die." I was just like,
I really wish I didn't hear that right now.
I was like, I already had a feeling. But I was like, all right,
You
whatever.
should have just like guilt tripped her, like, what he does? Should have completely just fucking guilt tripped her, dude.
Oh, you heard
Make
that?
a scene in public and just start crying.
Run out of the theater, bro.
All right, and then so my theater
make a
experience yesterday. Oh my god! So we went. It was my whole family, and then we went with Nitz's, Spencer, and them.
Yeah.
And so
Spoilers.
So we were in the very back row of the NCG theater, and I was sitting in the between like my brother and his fiance and Spencer and Curtis, and because I've seen it before already, like I would like look over like to see the
Yeah, me
reactions
too.
at scenes, And like 5 times I looked over, Spencer's on his fucking phone texting. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, why were you texting during the fucking movie? He's like, I was only texting during the boring parts when nothing was happening. I was like,
excuse me?
Regardless, what boring
I
part
was
and
never
the
bored.
boring parts are important.
The entire movie, I was never bored.
No,
Like,
not at all. I don't think there was one moment when I was like,
blew by.
this movie's going up
Yeah.
by pretty long.
Yeah.
To me, though, I don't know.
Was there a moment when you had that, when you were just like, wow, this movie's actually kind of taking a while to get going?
No, I mean, like, that's good and everything. I just felt
start.
the pacing of it for me was just kind of like, I don't know, it just felt all breakneck
At what
times,
point?
and it got, like, the entire movie.
Oh, okay, so throughout the entire
I mean,
movie,
I
you
don't
just
know,
had that
the pacing
vibe.
just felt a little off to me. It just felt like it was going by way too fast. Like, they needed to slow down a couple times, because I was just like, wait, no, go back, I want to see that. Calm down!
They did jump from the Cantina scene to the Resistance planet
Really,
to the
they jumped from
special
planet to
weapon base
planet
really
really,
quick.
really quickly.
But that's
Within, like, 20
but that's
minutes.
also around like the same time that it took them to get through all the Death Star plans in the 6th movie when the
Yeah,
fleet was
that's
preparing
true.
to go to the Death Star.
That's true, I guess.
So
it just
that-
felt a little
because
off to
time
me.
was of the essence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they just destroyed the New Republic, which was you could see from fucking.
And they were about to
space.
destroy the Resistance.
yeah, they were about to do it.
So they had.
What about that one scene where that guy's giving that speech? Didn't anyone get like a Nazi vibe? On
Yeah, I did.
Especially when they all raised their hands.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, have you seen the original promo art for it?
No.
No.
Is that well, not promo art, but like original concept art?
Oh.
It was a
like,
lot more Nazi-like.
Where it literally looked like that one famous picture in the Third Reich where it was just the massive rally and it had all the Nazi banners. It was literally that, but replaced the troops with TIE fighters and the Nazi banners with, instead of the swastika, it had the First Order symbol on it.
Yeah.
No, I
Literally,
honestly got
it's
that
supposed
vibe.
to be like a Nazi
I was
vibe.
The second time I
kind of
watched the
Nazi
movie.
until they raised their arms, and I'm like, oh, that's just straight up Nazi.
Dude, I thought his outfit. When I saw his outfit, I'm like,
Plus-
dude, this
well,
looks like
and
That was
plus,
like Third Reich general outfit, bro.
That was
Yeah.
similar to the
J.J.
old
Abrams
ones.
was talking
know,
about
but-
what the First Order was similar to, and he said it was similar to when Nazis fled Germany after the war and went to Argentina. That's kind of what the First Order is, but if like the Nazis
Argentina
actually
actually
established
gave a
that
shit.
Nazi
Yeah.
government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically
Created
what the
the
First
Fourth
Order
Reich.
is. It's supposed to
Fourth
basically
Reich.
be Nazi Germany.
First order, like the fourth order.
Pretty
The
much.
first ogre.
Nazi Argentina,
Yeah.
basically.
No, I wanted to mention earlier a movie experience I like though too is that since I saw it for the second time yesterday, I really had to go to the bathroom and I was really happy that I saw the movie. So then I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
the
I
best
could just
feeling when
leave.
you've already seen it because you can just go.
You know when to go.
Yeah, like when I saw Interstellar with like you guys the first time, I had to pee the whole way through. Couldn't leave.
That was
Yeah,
me during
When I
Inception.
went to go see it with Alyssa,
Oh, yeah.
I had no problem getting up and going to the bathroom. I was like, I know the scene. I could plan what part of the movie wasn't going to be special enough to where I could go back and come back.
I went
What
right
part did you
before.
go? Yeah.
It was when they were getting sucked into Han's frigate.
Oh yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
you're good.
But I got back just in time before Han showed up. So I,
I got a
was like,
serious Star Trek vibe when those creatures got out and they were
Yeah.
running through
Yeah.
the hallways.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
getting a major Star Trek vibe. My brother got a Star Trek vibe earlier when he thought he heard a phaser, and I was like, I didn't catch that, but I totally got a Star Trek vibe when they were on that ship dealing
Oh,
with
yeah,
the alien
definitely.
things.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, J.J. Abrams.
yeah, JJ.
Well,
But
yeah.
I mean, and that's fine with me.
Hey man, he didn't use the
I can't wait till somebody finds the Easter egg.
What if they crossed it over, man?
The Easter
There's
egg?
gonna
That
be
would've been
war.
Easter egg. Because every
Yeah.
time
It's gonna be
J.J.
a war.
Abrams, when he was first told he was going to do Star Wars, he put an R2-D2 into both Star Trek movies. There was an R2-D2 from floating through space when they were going to the planet Vulcan, when they showed up and like the entire fleet was destroyed and shit. You could like see an R2-D2 like floating through space like in the wreckage for like a split few seconds. I mean in the second movie, the Into Darkness, when the Enterprise starts ripping apart through hyperspace and shit's flying out through the hangar. Spoil cast, we're good. You can see R2-D2 flying out of the hangar, which is really cool. And then I just can't wait to see what he put in Star Wars for Star Trek. I can't wait to see what he does.
Oh yeah,
That'll be interesting.
definitely.
I'll have to see if anybody caught anything like that.
The Enterprise is in the junkyard. It's garbage.
It's garbage.
Garbage.
Only the best ship in freaking Star Trek.
Yeah, really.
You find the Enterprise like just sitting in orbit somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey!
It's garbage.
I've been talking about Star Wars this whole time.
That's what it was for.
We're at
That's
an
what it
hour
was
and 3
for.
minutes.
That's the point of it.
Yeah, we're good.
Just to let you know, it wasn't the only movie I saw this week because I also saw that.
Did you see Alvin and the Chipmunks?
No, I didn't. I saw.
Don't lie, you did.
not at the theater. I saw Inside Out at home.
Oh yeah, I saw
Oh,
your
you
Snapchat.
cried.
Yeah, I saw your Snapchat.
I did cry.
Oh, he's feeling.
It's one of the very few movies that I've ever actually like physically cried at.
I only had a few.
Damn, it
Like,
was so heavy,
Interstellar
dude.
was a big one.
Just the beginning of Up, man. Like,
The
that's
beginning
pretty
of
much
Up, I got a little emotional.
I was emotional. I didn't start crying in Up.
I
though.
honestly-
And I was like,
End
tough
of
love,
Toy
dude.
Story 3.
Yes.
That got me.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's not
honestly,
just like
I
the
did.
first 10 minutes of Inside Out. It's like the whole fucking movie.
Because it's about the emotion.
It's literally it literally starts
got you.
emotions. It got me, man. It
got
really
me.
got
The only
The
movie that got me to
feels.
cry
I didn't
was
think
Marley and Me.
Yeah, Marley and Me was
Marley-
definitely.
well, Marley-
That-
Okay,
that one
I'll
for
throw out.
sure
I'll
made
throw
me
out.
cry.
I'll throw out the big winner there. Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh,
yeah.
no!
Yeah.
That got
Every
that
single-
got
You haven't
every
seen
single
it?
person.
Are you serious?
When that
That
there-
made me cry.
No, I'm just lying, Sean.
Well, do you
Of course
care
I
if we
didn't-
spoil what
I didn't
happens?
see it.
No, I
Do
know.
you
Okay,
care if we spoil what
I thought
happens?
Yeah, do you care?
Spoilers,
Do you care if we
Spoiler.
spoil? What happens?
The girl
I might actually want to
dies.
see it.
Dude, it's
I have
really a
it,
shitty
I have
movie.
it. It's
done.
Oh,
honestly,
It's a
Okay,
shitty
go
movie.
on, go ahead.
All right, well, there's this chick character that's best friends with the
Anna
main
Sophia
character,
Robb.
and she goes out to
Yes.
play by herself. She swings on a rope breaks, she hits her head in the river and drowns to death.
Yep.
And that's just
But you don't
revealed
see
the main
that till
character
scene.
like
I
10
was-
minutes later. He's
here's
like,
the thing.
oh, because she wanted to hang out with him that day, but he couldn't because he was meeting with his fucking teacher. So when he got home, she's like, oh yeah, she went up to go play and she's dead.
Yeah, but like
And everyone's just like,
when I saw that in the theater, but I was so young. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I was like,
fucking happened.
what happened?
I watched it with my grandma and I was done. I started crying. I was like, no way, is she fucking dead?
I didn't cry. I was just like, what the fuck?
It literally
Where's
taught
this
kids
movie
not-
get off killing off a character? This is a kid's movie. That's how Inside Out was, except they didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Disney.
I want to see it. I want to see that. Don't worry.
It's a
Well,
Disney
actually, I can't say that.
Fear
They
fear
didn't
dies,
kill
so she's
anybody.
never scared again in her life.
spoilers.
It wasn't one of the major emotions though that they show in the trailers. It was somebody else, but that I thought was going
They
to be
kill
an
emotions?
That I thought was going to be
They
an
killed the bad
antagonist.
guy.
That I thought
They
was
killed
killed
fear and
depression.
anger, so the girl is never angry or fearful again.
But like
She's a
They
sin.
killed her mental disorder.
the guy they
found
killed
a
off in
tumor in her
Inside Out was like. At the beginning, I thought he was going to be like an antagonist because everything was setting up for him to be an
Yeah.
antagonist. And then at the end, they did a 180, a complete, just turnaround, and they made him like the ultimate hero of the thing. I'm just like,
Oh, that's cute.
oh, and that's what killed me. Oh, and there was one specific line that I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna start fucking crying at this movie. No. I knew from it because it's about emotions. I'm like, wow, this is gonna make me emotional. And yet I sat down and I watched
glasses
the
are
whole
fogging up.
thing anyway. I sat down and cried at a fucking character named, I'm not gonna say his name, but it's stupid.
But it's stupid.
Is that the emotion? Is stupidity?
No.
I don't think there is an emotion. It's stupid.
His name is Toby.
Toby! Toby White
Toby's
Kenobi!
dead. Rest in peace.
Toby-Wan Kenobi.
God.
But yeah, go see the movie because it's really good.
Which one are you talking about?
Which
now?
movie?
Inside Out
And
and
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars. Yeah.
Star Wars.
And just all the
Bridge to
movies we've been
Inside
talking
Out.
Don't
about.
watch Bridge to Terabithia.
Inside
Yeah,
Out, one of the
Bridge
best
to
movies in my opinion that Pixar's ever made. Is Inside Out.
Was it the best one?
Thank you, Disney, for all the Star Wars merchandise.
Maybe not the best one. Best
Thank you, Disney.
standalone.
Thank you
one,
for not
though.
ruining Star Wars.
Thank you.
Another Easter egg in Star Wars. So when Rey was doing the Jedi mind trick, you know what famous actor was that stormtrooper?
It was fucking Daniel Craig.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was Daniel Craig. that
Daniel
was it.
Craig.
Forgot all
James
about my
Bond.
feelings during that scene.
The second time that I went to go see that, that's when my stepdad pointed out.
This
He's
is
like,
the-
oh, that's fucking Daniel Craig.
Only
Well, like,
legit
when we were
part
leaving
that
the theater, my
made me
dad's
feel
like,
weird.
You know who that guy was? I was like, no. He's like, oh, that was Daniel Craig, and I was like, that's Rey.
James Bond's in a Star Wars movie.
And I'll leave my
And
gun.
the gun.
And I'll leave my gun.
So the part that honestly was the only part that rubbed me the wrong way, and I literally turned to both of you. I was like, "Wow, this scene's going on for a while, and it's starting to feel really fucking weird." Is when they were doing when Kylo was first trying the mind trick. He was at that for about like a minute and a half, and there were no words. It was just with no music, and I was like, okay, you could please move around. This is starting to make me feel kind of uncomfortable. And there was like face cams of while they were doing it. I was like, is this Jedi sex? What's happening? That's so weird.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah,
I was
I
really
said
like,
that to you.
this is so weird. I was telling you, I was like, can this scene please stop? Because it is really starting to weird me
And I'm
out.
just like, dude, that's how Jedi's have sex.
By the
Yeah,
end of it,
that's what you said.
I was like
Cousins.
getting
They don't know that.
physically
Hey, man,
uncomfortable.
Leia kissed
Rey
Luke.
is allegedly Luke's.
Hey, this could
We
be
don't know
Alabama.
yet. We don't know yet.
What?
Alabama, man.
But yeah, that scene honestly felt really weird. How long it went.
By
I
the
was
end
like,
of it, by the time
please
she
make
said,
it stop.
you're scared that you're never gonna be as
Spoilers.
strong as Darth Vader. By that time, just beforehand, I was just like, All right, Matthew's getting up to go talk on the phone, but just before that,
Unprofessional.
I was literally getting physically uncomfortable watching that scene. I was just like, all right, can we move on with this, please? It's like they're fucking banging like with their minds.
Well, the only reason I was fine.
They were like heavy breathing. They're just like that.
The only reason I was
It's like, oh
okay
my
with this
God.
because like I've seen scenes like that in other movies where it's just they're trying to torture like a victim and they've done that.
They
So
didn't
I
even
just,
do
like-
that with Poe though. It was just Poe screaming at the end. And it was just like
Because it worked on him. He wasn't
Yeah.
force sensitive.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
He was trying to go Super
So there
Saiyan,
was
but
no
it wouldn't work.
resistance. But man, that resistance was awkward.
Dude, I loved his line before that. So you comfortable? Not really.
Not really. And so for that was kind of something about that when he first said it was really funny when it happened, and I was kind of happy that happened. But part of me is kind of upset that it happened. Was when Kylo first like sat him down, like when they first captured him. He was like, "So who's gonna talk first? Me, Marisa. Am I
That
gonna talk
was
first? Or
pretty
you gonna talk
funny.
first?" And they were like, because they pulled like a Marvel thing where like they just did something kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
it's
what
a
Thor
dangerous
said,
scenario and
like what
everything, and
Thor
they say
said in the
something
second movie. I don't remember
fucking
what it was, but in like Age of Ultron, like towards the very end of the movie, Thor said something that was kind
There's
of
a
like
clever quip
super-
for the kids.
or it was just something.
Laugh at-
I was like, this is a Star Wars movie. They just killed like 30 dudes, and you're over here joking about it. Like, bro, you're a dick. You're a piece of shit.
One thing I noticed that I found weird, or that I didn't find weird.
It's
was
the
just-
typical J.J. Abrams trick of like, you know, it's a dangerous scenario where you're probably gonna die and you're making a joke about it.
Well,
It's
honestly,
like, well,
it's-
I get gallows humor, but like,
I was
It's just
it
Poe's
rubbed me
character.
the wrong way, other than
Yeah.
it being funny. Like it was funny, but
not given the context.
it tore me. It tore me in two pieces.
The scene in general, it was like I was like, no, they did it when after he made the little joke, he's like, search him, and they just like they barely did
They
anything.
patted him. They're like,
Patted him down.
nice
They
tits.
barely
This guy's
they
built.
barely patted him.
This guy's
Well,
built.
it's like
This
he's
guy's
done
built
nothing.
great.
I mean, I can
like
ignore
three
these.
guys patting.
I guess I can ignore these plot conveniences because they happen in every Star Wars
Yeah.
movie though. Like in the very first one in A New Hope, where like, you know, the first probably 15 minutes there are like 3. Like for one, when the escape pod launches from the thing and they don't shoot at it,
Like,
'cause
there's no life forms
There's
aboard.
no life
Oh,
forms. I'm
yeah.
like, you guys, the droids work for the Empire, you know. They were probably being used by the Rebellion too. You might as well play it safe and shoot that down too. And how convenient is it that they
Costs
land
money.
on the planet that, you know,
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan is
Kenobi's on.
on?
And
They don't
Luke.
even know. They never even said that they knew
they
which
find
planet
Luke.
it was. And they find Luke miraculously, who just happens to be neighbors
It
with
was
the
the
guy.
will of the Force.
It's more like the will
plot,
of the
bro.
plot convenience.
That's
yeah.
Force is
Plot,
plot.
bro.
They
It's
can
plot.
force plot. They can mind plot. It's plot. Force is the plot.
But
the plot
again-
surrounds the characters and it penetrates the characters.
I
It's
guess
like
Harry.
magic.
I guess
Alright.
I guess you can just like roll around those kind of things or just roll
Yeah.
with them because like it happens.
It
in every
has to
movie.
happen.
It's fucking Star Wars. It's not going to
it's gotta
be
happen.
realistic.
I think
at
we even
all.
had a moment during the movie. I was like, had to happen.
I just wanted to point this out though. What I found really cool though in the beginning scenes is when Kylo freaking stopped the blast.
That was when I was
I-
like,
I-
this guy's a fucking badass.
I-
And that's
yeah,
amazing.
I
He was
loved
like,
that.
yeah, fuck your shit. All right, come over here. And then he just forces him over. I was like, hey, that's
I was
awesome.
like,
And,
I
the,
did
and then
notice.
and then like the you could see the phases or the
Yeah.
He was still
it was,
holding it
it was
up. I'm just
struggling
like,
to go.
But I did notice that the J.J. Abrams lens flare on the
It
blaster.
did. It did come up a couple times. Not as
I was okay with
nearly
it.
as much as like in Star
Star
Trek.
Trek, yeah.
Like
But
the first
few
one.
times.
Definitely came up a few times.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Just
definitely.
like this is a J.J. Abrams movie.
That's what reminded me that he directed it.
Yeah.
Was those lens flares. I
There
was like,
is-
that's right, he directed it.
Trademark
J.J.
J.J.
Abrams.
Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
Damn it, Johnny, stop it. Johnny keeps sending me fucking Snapchats.
That's Johnny.
They're getting restless.
They're getting restless.
Well, we're at an hour. We're almost at an hour and 15 minutes.
One last thing I want to talk about. I really loved how Han used Chewie's bowcaster.
Oh, I he's just like
He was like, I really like this thing. And I was like, hey, good, you got to use it before you die. That's literally what I thought. I was like, thank God he got to use it and kill some dudes before he died.
I know, dude. When he first
They'll
used
never
it,
use it again.
I know. When he first used it, I loved it when he shot. He's like, oh,
he's like, oh.
Yeah, blew up like 3 dudes, like a giant radius. It's like, oh,
he's like, oh my gosh.
I really like
And then
this
he's like,
thing.
oh my pistol.
He got DL-44. He's good.
Star Wars. Pew pew.
DL-44.
I'm in a Star War.
Oh shit.
We saw Star Wars.
We saw Star Wars.
Sean and I are gonna go see a Star Wars again
I'm-
on Monday.
I'm going to go see it with Matt at some point, and I'm also going to go see it with Emily at some point. Both times are going to be IMAX. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
Sean made it that way.
Sean, well, no, I mean it is that way, but we don't need to
What?
talk about that on the podcast.
He brought it
That's
up.
yeah, okay.
Well, I just said that one thing and then
Yeah.
Any other parts that were really cool to you that we haven't talked about that you were like, oh my god, that was so cool?
BB-8 sounded like a freaking kickball when he got hit.
Yeah. Whenever he like when the Millennium Falcon was going upside down and he like landed on the ground, it sounded like a kickball.
I love that.
And then he
That was
fucking
kinda
like
cute.
put out his
Then he
little
got his,
thing
like,
so
little
it just like
tires.
stuck in
He's
the
like,
doorway.
haha.
It's like R2D2 can't do that.
Oh yeah, another thing when the Millennium Falcon had its little problems, and we this was right after we trilogy timed episode 5 and 6 just before, and you know episode 5 the entire movie the Millennium Falcon just could not go into hyperspace.
Yeah.
So like whenever the ship got broken, it was like, please don't be the fucking hyperdrive, and please don't be the hyperdrive. They were like, oh, it's the blah blah blah, and I was like, thank God it's not the hyperdrive. And then later on,
Not
Han
this
Solo,
problem
and then there was
again.
another problem, and Han was like, oh, it better not be the hyperdrive, and I was like, thank you, thank you.
So many problems with the hyperdrive.
He was like, is it the
Empire
hyperdrive?
Strikes
He was like, it's
Back.
part of the hyperdrive. I was like, no.
That literally took up like half of the Empire Strikes Back was just Leia, Han, and Chewie trying to fix the hyperdrive. And C-3PO as well.
Yeah.
Because I was with Luke on Dagobah.
Wait,
On
why does-
Dagobah.
Why does C-3PO have a new arm?
Yeah,
I don't
me and
know.
my brother were talking about that. I assume
I
something
couldn't
happened in
recognize
between.
him though.
I couldn't recognize.
But he's got his gold leg back though.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
no, it's
second
like-
gold, but he has a red arm now. I don't know the story behind that. I'm sure that'll be explained somewhere in the extended
But now
universe
he's
or
like
whatever.
Venom Snake from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, I loved when
I'll look that up real quick.
I loved when C-3PO first came out to Han. He's like, "It's me, C-3PO. You probably didn't recognize me because of my red arm."
Yeah, that was my reference.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Like
like,
I didn't recognize him, so it was his red arm.
went over
It just
Bernie's
went right
head.
over his head.
Oh, I also really liked when R2D2 came back, and C-3PO was like, "Don't call me that," and just smacked R2D2. Don't call me
I'll
that.
call you what I want, Sean.
Hey, come on.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
You can't stop me.
That
I
was
save the
cold.
day in every movie.
That
you
was
do.
cold.
You complain all the time.
So,
Because in our like little minds, our weak, feeble minds, I'm R2 and Sean is C-3PO. So.
but come on,
guys
man.
are
I
you
did
got me
have
an
feels.
R2 cup for
You guys
Okay,
are
yeah.
muddled.
I did have the feels.
This makes a good point.
What?
Since it's about 30 years in the future, you know, C-3PO, you know, he's been around. You know, he's been doing
He's been
stuff.
around.
He's been around. He does stuff a lot. And you know, he's not the most like strong metal dude. Like when he fell, his fucking arm fell off and shit. Like when he took the bad step. So he's not like he's pretty fragile. And over 30 years, obviously some shit's gonna go down. So probably some shit happened to his arm. But also think about that. That's 30 years. By that point, his protocol droid model has probably stopped being in production, and it's very hard to find parts. So they just made him a new arm.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because again, he's not
But
even
it shouldn't be that hard
was
to turn
made
it
by
silver.
Anakin.
But
Yeah, like he's not even a manufactured droid. He's like hand built
he's
by
hand-built.
Anakin.
So
He's
you
almost
can't-
like 100 years old at this point, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
close to it. At least R2's almost 100 years old.
Yeah.
We don't know
He
what
looks
happened
fine.
with him before, like, you know, he
Yeah.
was on Padme's ship, if that's what he was constructed for, or how long he existed before that. But he's got to be, they both got to be close to like
Well,
100
in
years
the first movie, it kind of was implied that he was just made as an astrometric droid just to like repair
Yeah,
stuff.
but we don't know how long before that movie he was built for. We don't know if he was in service for like 10 or 20 or 30 years or whatever.
True.
But either way, they're both edging on like 100 years. Because all of these movies take place within like about a century.
I remembered
or so.
something I wanted to bring up.
About 80 to 90 years overall, probably. Close to 100.
How'd you feel about the general Lando not being a part of the Resistance?
I hope they bring him back.
I kind of
Bring it
hope
back?
he
I assume he had some other stuff to do.
I honestly completely forgot about him because I didn't watch 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, that's
before.
He's got a.
He had
look
an
over
entire
Cloud
city. He had an
Yeah.
entire
Yeah, I
city.
mean,
on
he
the-
There's
has
a theory that Finn is Lando's son.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
They're just tying all the characters to past
Yeah.
characters.
I
Shit.
honestly-
characters of
I
the-
honestly
it's
might
like
agree.
this-
It's like the
I mean, they're
Marvel's
both-
next universe
I
when
mean,
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
all the
it's a
superheroes
possi- I
kids.
honestly
Hey, they're
might
both
agree.
black. I mean,
Wow! Wow!
Alright, well,
that's the
anyway,
only
other than
reason
that,
why.
other than
On
that,
that note,
when you saw Admiral Akbar the first time,
it's a tart.
It's a
I was so happy
I
when
was pretty
when
happy
we
too.
saw Admiral Akbar. We were like, it's Admiral
Yeah.
Akbar.
When I
Every
saw him, I
10
just said it was a
seconds.
trap.
I hated that fucking scene, but like Admiral Akbar made
He
it
made
better.
it. He made it.
Yeah.
Because
There-
like I don't know what it was because they didn't CGI him and they had like
Yeah,
the
practical
crude mouth
effects.
movements, the like classic crude mouth.
Yeah, they
movements
just had
where
his
it
same
doesn't
suit.
line up with his syllables. He's like,
It
Star Destroyer. Yeah, like that.
was so cool. I loved it.
Yeah, man.
And how'd you feel about Mom Martha not being? I assume Mom Martha because she was a senator before
Martha?
Mom Martha. She was the chick who said many Bothans died to bring us this information.
Oh,
Her.
The only other woman in the
All
galaxy.
rebels do is die for stuff.
Yeah.
Well, she's dead now because, the Senate got destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Because
saying.
plot.
So if
Because
she,
plot.
because she was originally one of the main leaders of the, she pulled the Princess Leia. She was a senator that decided to back the rebellion. So she was probably on Coruscant when it went boom boom,
Yeah.
which made me really sad when I found out that was Coruscant, because that Coruscant is easily my favorite planet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It had the
such an
greatest
important
underworld.
planet.
It had so much like potential as to what is going on in the planet, because it has like a whole crime underworld.
Yeah, and it's one of the most important planets in the series
For
because that's
real.
where the Republic was.
That's where the
based,
Jedi
that's where the
Temple was
Jedi
at.
Temple. That's where the
And that
Empire
also
was
cut off
based.
like so much like expanded universe stuff, because before like they said that the temple was going to go on for another like 39 millennia, and like this thing gets, I read up for like hours on the Jedi Temple one night just because I was curious as to like what happens to this thing. Like
In the
before the
extended
Clone
universe,
Wars,
at least.
before the Clone Wars, like Old Republic stuff, that temple got like sieged and destroyed like 6 times. Like at least 8 or 9 times
kinda
actually,
like-
because
like-
it got turned in. At first, it was just one tower. At first, it was actually just like an underground hut. And then they were like, all right, we're going to make a statement. Jedi are here to help out the Republic, so they built them a temple. And then they were like, all right, we're going to put 4 towers on it, and then we're going to put a 5th tower in the center. That's going to be where your council is going to be. So they did that. And then that shit got attacked. Center tower fell. And then they're like, all right, we're just going to turn it into a pyramid. So they turned it into a fucking pyramid. And they're like, all right, well, the Empire seasoned this thing. Not the Empire. The Sith invaded it. They blew it up. So the Jedi Temple got rebuilt. And that's what it looked like in the Republic. Shit went down. Exactly. Long story short, this thing was supposed to go on for a very long time.
Long story short,
It blew up.
The
It
temple
blew up again.
The temple was
For good.
basically Jerusalem. The entire city of
Yeah.
Jerusalem at that point.
And they
Yeah.
just blew it up.
Yeah,
Dude,
It's
it's
just
Gone
destroyed.
forever.
And just for those who
Again.
don't know, that's actually not like that was the main Jedi Temple that was used, but it wasn't the first nor the
wasn't
most
the first
popular
or the
one.
only one.
Right.
There's actually Jedi Temples on like almost.
That's
every
what Luke was
fucking
looking
planet.
for, was the first Jedi
Yeah.
temple.
Did he make his own? Or
Not sure.
Not sure.
It's in a temple.
I think they mentioned that. I have to watch the movie again. I'll have to pay
yeah,
attention because they talk
I'll
about
probably
that.
see
So
that. 'cause-
I wanted a quick thing. I forgot. All the apprentices that Luke had.
All dead.
died.
Okay, they all died.
Because
I
Kylo-
kinda
All killed by Kylo Ren.
Kylo
When he
Ren.
had his
Ben.
little hissy fit.
Ben
Wow.
Solo, or Ben Skywalker.
Is it because
Ben
of?
Solo.
Did they name him after Ben?
Ben
Kenobi? Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe.
Most
I would assume so. I felt good when he said his name was Ben. I was like, oh, they named him after Ben Kenobi. That's so cute.
I mean,
Face.
You know, it's not even his
only-
actual name. But
Even though they only knew him for like a day and a half.
yeah,
But
he
like,
still did
it
a
was
lot
an-
of stuff.
It was an important day and a half.
That's
goddamn.
A lot of stuff went down that day.
Yeah.
That's no moon.
It was a crazy day.
All right,
in
so
Star
we
Wars
wrapping up this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, really.
Well, first let's give off our names. Goodbyes.
Griffin.
Brandon.
Yo, Ming.
Barney?
All right, and it's been a pleasure being a part of these podcasts.
Your name is Gurler.
It's been a pleasure
Matthew.
You
being
didn't say your name.
being
Yeah, you
here.
didn't say your name.
This is Gerler signing off as his final podcast.
This
Thanks
is
for joining
Brandon.
us and all the spoilers.
Thanks for doing.
That's Griffin. That's Bernie. Sean. I'm Brandon.
Me.
I'm Gurler.
It's
Bye,
me.
everyone.
I'm Brandon.
Hey, I didn't say thanks this time.